What's going on, guys? I'm gonna be playing some Snakewood and then doing a Mega Pokemon tier list. Happy Friday, hope you guys are having a good day. I thought it'd be fun to do a Mega tier list just because with Megas returning and all. It sounded fun. It'll be much quicker than doing an entire gen. So, we'll be doing that after playing Snakewood. I don't know if we'll do it like in the middle or at the end, but that's the plan. Start with Snakewood. Where unfortunately, I kind of let our Magnemite die. Again. What's up, Voicer? How you doing, dude? Happy Friday, man. Or not again, but again I forgot that I was fighting a water ground type, not just a water type. I always forget that. Alright, I forget a lot of times. New attempt? This is the 25th attempt. So, it's, what was it, on Wednesday? We lost our furthest attempt. So, trying to make it back to where we were. We were going to challenge the 4-tree gym leaders, where the point that we were at. Yeah. We made quite a bit of progress from the previous, best attempt. So, how you doing today, Karen? Karin? I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, dude. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure which is it Karin or Karen? Karin sounds right, but it might be the other way, I don't know. But I'm excited still to be playing Snakewood. We'll, hopefully this run goes really well, and then maybe we'll finish the game with this run. But I'm also excited for the Mega tier list, so really excited that Megas are coming back. However they come back. Oh, you're sick? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. I hope you feel better. I think Sunday marks the start of more Undying attempts. Oh. Pacing yourself? That's smart. Giving yourself some break. Giving yourself a break. I kind of wish I did that a little bit more when I need to take a break from games that I'm not in the mood for. I know I've been at Snakewood for a while, but I'm still enjoying it. But with some of the games that we've played, I'm like, ooh, you get worn out doing the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, and I'm excited. What is it? Tomorrow's there's a Pokemon Go event, Fuecoco Day, I think it is. I'm excited to get some Fuecocos. Alright, I think we're about ready. Alright, and here's the tier list that we'll be doing whenever we do it. So, but we'll be doing Snakewood for a while first. So, let's get into it. And also, I kind of wanted to check what water ground types, what pre-evolutions of water ground types aren't water ground. So our Magnemite died because I forgot Barboach is a water ground type. We were outsped by it, but even if we weren't, I would have been surprised when our Thunder Shock that I went for was immune. But they outsped us and hit us with a magnitude, and I don't think it mattered which magnitude, but we would have died no matter what, probably. Excuse me. But I'm pretty sure like Mudkip or Marshtomp's water ground, but Mudkip's not. What is it? Is Wooper water grounds? And then Quagsire is also water grounds. And then apparently Barboach and Whiscash. I'm gonna open Showdown, then I can look. And we can look together. Hey, what's up, David? How you doing, dude? Let's see. Let's go to Nat Dex. Anything goes. Water ground. Water ground. Oh, there's Seismitoad, Gastrodon, Quagsire, Swampert. There's a lot more, I forgot. And in terms of pre-evolutions, Shellos is not a water grounds. The baby Seismitoad is not either. Been playing Pokerogue, pretty fun. Hey, nice, dude, I'm glad. I saw somebody had, I mean, is it Blunder playing that? Like there was some sort of update or something? I know you had said something about it too. That sounds fun. We got Wooper and Barboach just for the base guys, but then, which just leaves Timple, Mudkip, and Shellos. So all the other ones that are water ground are water ground. Or everybody else in their evolution lines are water ground. So I need to not forget that again. So then we don't lose any more guys to stupid things, or I don't leave my electric type in on a water ground type going for an electric move. But besides for Magneto, this is our team. Pretty good. Obviously the top four are the really main guys. Dude, we're probably not going to use. It also has a bad nature again. But the rest of our team has actually really good natures. We got Modest, Lonely, Adamant, and Lonely. So we don't have the best moves on everybody, but we're getting there. And we have 3 badges. I think that's right. We're going to be heading to New Mauville to get the 4th, and then we won't get the 5th for a while, but hopefully we can get as far as we can today. So I was doing this route. I saved this route to do with Magnemite. Unfortunately, I killed it. We could save it still to come back here with the Voltorb, but it's going to be a while, and we actually have to fight Watson with his like level 33, I think, ish guys, or 30. So we should probably just get levels. But we have 2 ground types, so that'll help. The guy has Luxray, Raikou, Lantern will be annoying, Jolteon, Pikachu. Maybe it's just a Shinx. Maybe it's not a Luxray. Shinx, Jolteon, Pikachu, Raikou, Lantern. I don't know if he has any other electric types. It might just be 5. So, and Treesis will be good against, it'll be able to deal with the Lantern. We'll probably give the leftovers to the Claw, because it probably has better defense. Yeah. So I think we probably try and get him a few levels. Obviously we can't really level him in the water, so we'll just do Mrs. Puff right now. And I think we'll have a double battle, so we'll have to use Treesis for that. Although there is a few trainers, I think we'll fight an old man on an island. He has like not water types, so. What items do these guys have? Plus bands, and then the Quick Claw. Alright. Let's go. We can box Magneto if we have no more trainers. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we have any other Pokemon because I killed an encounter twice on accident. I think both actually were crits. So, a little less my fault, but I mean, it was still my fault. Yeah, we have some really cool guys that have died. Our egg, he died really early. We got unlucky with a para. But I mean, luckily we didn't have to restart completely. Then our Lanoon, Swallow, Gyarados, Magnemite. We're probably fine on items. I should probably heal. And I think that's actually like... We battled this guy. Toss a few headbutts. Could use some experience with everybody, kind of. We did this double battle, right? We don't have Rock Smash, so we can't talk to them. Though they're not even a trainer. We can also get an encounter from these routes if we wanted to. Okay, we battle them. Wait, what does this guy say? I'll never live down this defeat. I, who have beaten the Indigo and Hoenn leagues? Beaten by a mere child. That's cool. I finally got old hard mode completion marks on Tainted Isaac and the Binding of Isaac. Nice, dude. That's cool. Sounds like a lot of work. All right, this guy we didn't do. He's got a Persian and Meowth. I want to try and use the Claw because he'll be our best guy. Come on, stop it. What the fuck? Okay, he'll be our best guy versus the Electric Gym. So, all right, I should have switched on that. I shouldn't have risked taking a water move. All right, what's up? Go for the Rock Blast. Took me like 12 attempts to beat Mother. Dang it. I don't know anything about either of those games, but I've heard of them. Fuck this. Why are we not hitting Rock Blast? We've missed 3 times and got flinched once. Meowth again. Alright, thankfully it's all Meowths, otherwise we probably wouldn't have been able to do these battles. Or do all of them. Oh wait. Switch them out again. We got a bag to heal. Alright, this guy has... I think he's got like old man guys, old man Pokemon like Growlithe and stuff. Mother's one of the bosses. Got you. Ricardo. All right, Growlithe. There we go. Damn it, I led with the wrong guy. Rock Blast. Get out of here. Rock Blast. Get out of here. Shinx. Rock Blast. Eradicate. Vice Grip. Hyper Fang. Miss. Vice Grip. Nice Claw. And the Claw will evolve, so another reason to keep going with it. I don't think I did these. Wait, I did that guy. I didn't do this lady though. Oh, she does not want to battle. I think it's just a double battle above us. Carmack, which is a PP up. Elucidating old problems in life? Throw a rock at it? Yes. Alright. We'll do the Claw and Treesus. They both need experience. Alright, Egg and Lanoon. Let's go for a Fake Out on Lanoon. What am I doing? Fake Out. the noon. And the egg's gonna just like toxic stall. Linoon's the threat. We only hit him twice. If we get 3 hits, they're dead. So we'll Rock Tomb this guy. He's a bug type, I think. And we miss our freaking rock move, dude. I hate rock moves. There we go. Also, I don't think this guy is doesn't seem to be a rock type or a bug type. Secret egg. Let me see. Rock Tomb. I'm gonna slow it down. Is it super effective? It's not. We have one of these, and it was bug. All right, we'll use nature power. Oh no! 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 I was gonna look up what it did before I used it, and I didn't. It never stood out to me that like Earthquake was a move that I should be like that in a double battle. God damn it. I mean, this guy's got levitate, so we're fine. Get out of here. Yeah, that's not great. I don't think we did any of the beach guys either. Just go around. Do we want to add a Wingull to our team? This guy's level 20. We have 3 Pokemon. I mean, we actually have pretty good types for just having 3 guys. Poison, Water, Grass, Dark, Psychic, Ground with Levitate. Yes, we do have Ice Weak guys, but I don't think... Oh, wait, I. Pelipper would help versus I don't know if we fight one. Then we're going to fight Electivire, or not Electivire, Electabuzz, Magmar, Scyther. I think we fight somebody who has those. Zombie versions of the Kanto starters. Hombones will fight Kanto starters. I mean, these 3, we have a pretty good matchup in a bunch of stuff. But the eyes would be scary, but I don't think we fight them. Are we going to use a Pelipper anyways, though, is the thing? Because if we are, I should just catch it. This guy's level 20. Maybe we can get a higher one. We'll wait. And level cap is 36, so we're not close to that, but something to keep in mind, especially when we only have now 3 Pokemon. Basically 3. I guess on the positive side with the Geodude, we're not subtracting our defense or special defense. We're subtracting our attack, which isn't great, but... yeah, we can get encounters at Dewford, Route 107, 108, and 109. I don't think there's any other encounters, so they're all the same water Pokemon. on like all of the routes. Well, I don't think I used a TM on that guy, so that's good. Kind of. Excuse me. Whoops. Oh, wait, we could get a Magikarp again. That'd be kind of cool. Sounds good, Foibster. Have a good weekend, dude. And good luck with Undyne. We could get another Magikarp instead of Pelipper. Let's register our rod. Let's see. Slateport? Is this Slateport? Let's get a Slateport rod. Or a Magikarp, maybe. Level 9. If we can get a high one. We could also get one in Petalsburg, too. Okay, we can get Quillfish and Magikarp. Level 8 is not great. Okay. We might need to go somewhere else. Dewford, I know, will encounter like level 30 guys. Just like surfing. But the problem is if we want to get a Pelipper, they'll have unlearned Wing Attack, which is our like best flying move. Level 6. All right. That is worse. Let's see. I don't know about surfing on like a route and then fishing with the old rod. We get a higher level Magikarp, like 19. Quillfish, level 8. It's probably just like the kind of rod we got. We did end up getting a better rod before we lost our furthest run. It was called the Cursed Rod. The guy like who gave it to us told us that you encounter like terrifying Pokemon if you use it, which made me scared to use it. So maybe I should have though. I probably should have and used one of those incenses on our first party guy, so then we could run if we need to. But maybe the game has some weird mechanic where we couldn't run or something too. I don't know. So. But that rod might, you know, it might be good to save routes for encounters to use that rod on. But. Alright, level 5 again. Level 30 Quillfish. You're better than my Quillfish. Oh my god. Treesus. Run. Run. The water routes are really scary. Yeah, I said incense. The one, I think we had the one where like, you could, this is bad. This is really bad. No! There's one, I think that you give it to the guy in your party, the first guy in your party, and then you can always run or something. All right. We're getting a Magikarp right here. Or we could go way down. No. Because then we can encounter a trainer on accident. Let's get a level 9 Magikarp. Yeah, it's not good. I've messed up. No, I don't want a level 5 Magikarp again. I forgot the... I mean, Headbutt would have done plenty, but I forgot they could also have Pin Missile. But the start is the worst part. Like, I really don't want to restart. Maybe I... Well, let's try fishing here. Oops. Route 110. Oh, no, I've already got an encounter. We can't do it. Maybe I just level up the Miss Puff a little bit first. So we can take on level 30 Quillfish. Because we were going to lose that 1v1. Oh, I should give it the leftovers. It already has the leftovers. We do have a minus defense nature. I think we're going to have a couple Quillfish on our team. I'm not sure, but I think we're going to need more than one. Especially because you get them high leveled, pretty high leveled, and they don't lose like any good moves. So honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea just to have like a couple, like 2 at least. We're just gonna level up so we can actually deal with the wild battles. Quillfish is just a guy that doesn't, I mean, it usually doesn't evolve. So it's got quite a bit of stats for like low levels and stuff. I mean, I know I have one, but I was lower level than the one we were fighting. Pin Missile really is not good. We could hit Psychic types with it, I guess. But it can miss. And if we get 2 hits, we do 28 times 2 is 56. Headbutt's still stronger. If we get 3 hits... What is it? 28, 32, no, 42. I guess Pin Missile would be stronger then. It'd be 84. But we can miss. So, are we going to use spikes though? It'd also be better into dark types, I guess. I don't think we're probably going to be using spikes. But Pin Missile just sucks. Whatever. Might as well just have another damaging move. We're going to have multiple Quillfish. We can go with different movesets if we really want. Yep. There we go. We missed. Excuse me. We'll use the Voltorb that we get from New Mauville. We'll get possibly something good on the route after Mauville. Maybe we'll get a shiny? I mean, it's only happened in that one run, but I don't know. After you get one, you're like, oh, it could happen again. We evolve at 33 with this, which is pretty good. maybe we get a male quillfish and call it Mr. Puff. Get the whole family involved. And then we will get a Pelipper and we'll name it... I don't know. Something. Yeah, without Pin Missile, we would have had to PP up already. All right. I wonder, wait, can we get different Pokemon just... Ooh, level 20 Pelipper. I'm curious. Let's water gun it, see what attacks it has. Growl? Water gun? Growl? Water gun? Water sport? Do you have wing attack? That's all I want to know. Pin missile. Growl, Pin missile. Water gun, Pin missile. Growl, Pin missile. Pin missile. Pin missile. I don't think this guy has wing attack. Water sport. Yeah, you definitely don't. Maybe we get something good over here, though. Because this is still Slateport. Yeah, I didn't know you could, like, surf and get an encounter. Because over on this side, as soon as you surf, I think you leave Slateport. I guess you can do a little bit of surfing right there. But this is easier. Alright. So what is the max level we can get one of these? Don't need this anymore. Since we lost our nature power guy. Wingull. Zerby. Gen 3. We learned wing attack at 13, missed it 21. 25 is when we get the Pelipper. So just as close to 25 as we can get. Once you evolve into Pelipper, you learn Protect. Honestly, even just a high level Pelipper we should be able to get. Oh, but then we'll unlearn Water Gun. That'll be the problem. We want to have Water Gun still. So we could get a... No, we can't get a Pelipper, period, because it unlearns Water Gun as soon as it becomes Pelipper. So. Alright. So just a high-leveled Wingull. As close to 25 as possible. Not you. Maybe we can get a Carvana if we're really lucky. Whalmer would be cool. Wait, can we get an encounter over here? No, we can't go in this water, dang it. Whoa, there's a chef, like, glitched right there. We're gonna watch out for that. I'm not seeming to get anything good, so let's go. Chef's gone. What route is this? Route 109. Do we have balls? Yeah. Right, Route 109 is not it. Route 108. Level 15 Wingle. We want higher than that. $17? I think we can do better. 15 again. 19. We'll go with this one, I think. Cool. And we will do a dive ball, because that's cool. What do we want to name this guy? What's that guy's name? We can name him like that, like the actor guy. Or we can name him Pidgeot. Could name him Nigel? Isn't that the name of the bird from Finding Nemo? Nigel. This guy. I don't think we've used that name yet. Nigel's a really good name. And this dude's a dude. Gullwings from FFX2. A group of treasure hunting fairies. A neutral sphere hunting group. Alright. Gullwing sounds kind of cool. Oh, and it fits. Gullwings. Alright. Gullwings. We would like plus defense nature. Of some kind. Alright. Timid. Not bad. Not bad. Route 18, 118, right? Nigel is cool. If we get another one, we'll name it Nigel. All right, we got a Wingle. How many teachers do you get so far? I haven't gotten any, sadly. I just earthquaked my own Pokemon and killed it. in a double battle. Nature power, though. It was a nature power, and it turned into turned into earthquake. How are you doing, dude? Happy Friday, man. Right now, I'm going to have like 5 water types on the team because they're the only guys we can get. We just got a timid one of these. It's not bad. Doing good too, man. Glad you're doing good, dude. I gotta call you sometime. I was thinking about you. Alright, water flying. That's fine. Supersonic sucks. Oh, and we can teach it surf, which will be good. Timid's nice. We got like a competitive Pelipper, kind of. Alright, now let's go get another quillfish, I think. A male quillfish, if possible. Then we can name it Mr. Puff. Route 107. This guy's 08. Alright, if we get a good thing here, we get to catch it. Nope. Let's throw out our rod. Level 10 would be better. We can get a Gyarados. Or a Magikarp. Level 5! Level 10 Magikarp? Yeah, we're catching it. Wait a second. I remember getting a high-level Magikarp in Pellsburg. We can get different themes for names every run, like cereal or serial killers. This is the run. Yeah, this is the run. This is our team. I killed 2 people already. I earthquaked my own Pokemon and I got the Nuzleaf killed. So this is the run. Smile for sure. I like doing themes, but I also like the randomness of just kind of whatever. But I also don't like doing the duplicate ones if possible. Alright, well, we don't need another one of these. Maybe we get another quillfish while we're here, though. Dewford. Level 30, but I want a male. Let's get a male. There we go. This will be Mr. Puff. Let's just see what moves we've unlearned, though. By level 30. Quillfish. I've never used Quillfish this much in a playthrough. It's kind of fun to use it. How you doing, DB? All right, we'll have Pin Missile, Water Gun, Minimize, Harden. When do we even learn Headbutt? All right, I think we'll have unlearned... I think we'll be fine. I don't think we'll have unlearned anything that we actually need. All right, we're catching this. Surf. 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 Dive ball. And this will be Mr. Puff. Nice. I don't think we've used Mr. Puff as a name yet either. Mr. Puff? Is that how you spell it? Yeah. Does it just speed up the gameplay until I need input? I have a... When I push X, it just speeds it up. It's just you know, you can make a button do it with the emulator. Yeah. Relaxed. And we have a Swift Swim one. Alright. Plus defense, minus speed. And then Mrs. Puff is the offensive one. The aggressor. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I was going without the speed up button, but after losing quite a few times and there being a lot of dialogue and stuff, I'm just tired of it. So I'm not reading until we get back up to where we were and just skipping stuff that we've done. We definitely want Surf again, so we're going to teach it Surf. And we have the exact same moveset once we get rid of the Minimize. Maybe I should have kept Minimize, but I don't think we really need it. Surf, Water Gun, Missile, Headbutt. Let's organize them kind of similarly. Surf, Headbutt, Water Gun. Yeah, that looks good. All right, now to get our Magikarp. And we just got a second Quillfish and Dewford. These guys are all better than the guys we had anyway, so. It's totally over losing the Nuzleaf that I killed myself. Quillfish has the same lips as Mankey? Does it? Do we see Mankey's lips? Doesn't it just have a pink nose? Or do you see his mouth? All right, let's do some, I think we Surf actually. Petalsburg City. Get a Surf on. Level 5. All right, we want like level 20 or 19. 5. I swear I caught one that was high. Like in one of the other runs we did. 32. All right, that's too high. I don't think we're gonna have any good moves if we evolve it. Magikarp. It'll have Flail and Tackle, but Gyarados would have learned Bite, Dragon Rage. Close mouth the same as Mankey's nose. Okay. I mean, do we really care about Dragon Rage or Bite? Honestly, I don't think so. And this is just going to save us a lot of time leveling this thing up. We just have to level it up one time. And then we'll have Tackle, Surf, Flail. Bite is just kind of a worse Surf. Our special attack is 60. Bite is special, Surf is special. So we should go with the Surf because it's stab and higher power probably most of the time anyways. And then we'll get Twister, which is also special and not gonna hit anything super effectively. I guess except for dragons, which resist our Surf. So we got all the coverage we need then. And we could hit grass types, I guess. But we'll want, like, physical moves would be what we'd rather get. I think we just catch this. Petalsburg, level 32 Magikarp. Oregon. Alright, that did a lot. I don't know if it was a crit because I sped it up. Yeah, baby. We will name it I assume we can name it LeBron James, but I don't think that'll fit. Nope. We can name it a fishy, watery, serpenty name. can name it Ringworm. How do you spell that? Just like that? I think it's got a W in front. Maybe it's just an R. Ringworm. Oh, it's one word. Perfect. That's even more fun. Nessie? That's a good name too. Is Nessie always a girl? Or does it matter if it's a guy? Nessie's just a monster, like a Loch Ness monster thing, right? Nessie. Yeah, Nessie'd probably be better. It says it's spelled with N. It says it's spelled N-S-S-I-E. Yeah. But with the Y looks better. I like the Y. Nessie. Loch Ness monster. No, I didn't mean that. I meant N-S-S-Y. Is everybody spelled with an I-E? Nessie Loch Ness Monster. On Etsy. I mean, I could get used to IE. Loch Ness is 2 words? Loch Ness? Loch Ness Monster? Why is Loch Ness Monster 2? Why is Loch Ness 2 words? Alright, whatever. We'll go with IE. I had Ringworm once. Nessie. I don't think we've used that name yet. Alright, we want... I don't really... Not a neutral nature. Not a minus attack nature. Like a neutral nature would be cool. Or not a neutral, but you know. Alright, we'll relaxed again. Plus defense, minus speed. Cool. Well, if we get a rare candy, which we can't get, but if we could just use it on them and evolve it. I got it when I was in wrestling in high school. I was so happy. I hated wrestling. Is it Petalsburg City? Petalsburg City. We got a Magikarp. I just went to the doctor and they gave me some stuff and I put it on it. It was like winter break. It was like right before winter break I got it. And if I didn't have it, I would have had to do like meets and practices and stuff all winter break. But I didn't have to do any of it because of getting ringworm. Or I couldn't do it because everybody, like, it'll just spread basically. So I think my friend and I both got it. All right, Nessie. Let's just see if it can do a battle by itself. Probably can. I think we leveled up our one in Petalsburg Woods and was able to do it. It needs 4,000 experience. That's a lot. And I don't think we can teach it anything, so. Tackle. Okay. There's some higher level things in here, so let's go in here. What are our stats? 46 defense? 64 HP? Maybe we could do some decently leveled stuff. Mrs. Puff has poison point, right? Yeah. Although Mr. Puff has more defense. Alright. I think let's go up to the Tailo area. Get more experience that way. This is a really good team that we're making right before the electric gym. We'll just use the Battle Toy. $75. Relaxed isn't bad, plus defense minus speed. Gyarados isn't the fastest. And I'd take one that makes us a little bulkier than better offensively, I think. Or just maybe not then a nature that doesn't do anything. An offensive one would have been nice, but ooh, Surskit. Yeah, Magikarp's a tank. We got like that big Magikarp from the anime. Maybe we should use this guy a little bit while we're here. Whoa! Ouch. Skitty. I hate Supersonic. 55% accurate is a joke. Garb. Yeah, if we end up losing this run, I should do the strategy of getting a level 32 Magikarp. Like every run. Just nice to have on the team. Much better than the level 5 Magikarp we get given with Surf. And we won't have to grind it. Bruh. All right. So Route 107 and 109, we could get more stuff if we really want. I don't think I care. We have these guys now. I don't think we're going to lose to the wild battles. Obviously, our team's types suck. We have 4 water types. Oh wait, we need to evolve this thing. And then we'll go use Clay and Gull Wings to clear out the trainers on the beach. And probably get Clay to like 30, and then we'll do the Electric Gem. Or a new Mauville, whatever. Relaxed is actually, I think I maybe used a Relaxed nature on a defensive Gyarados I'd used in the past. We got Intimidate and plus defense. We also have naturally good Spadef. Not bad. Sacrificing our speed. It's not bad. And we got it in a cool ball. We got this guy in a dive ball, that guy in a dive ball, nest ball. Cool. Bunch of cool balls. Oh, it's got a tie. At this point, we could level up at Dewford Cave with the Makuhitas and Hombones. Or the route just north of Slateport, but no reason to leave here. I think this will be fast enough. Nice. All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna teach it surf anyway, so we're gonna unlearn that. All right. All right. Let's do the trainers and the beach. Get some light potions, then we'll head over. We'll box the Carmack. I don't know what to use it on right now. And, oh yeah, we can actually pick up the Anadrin Talon for our Wingull. We'll give leftovers to Clay. Plus band, we can give that to Mrs. Puff. Or we could give it to Nessie to boost its tackle. But I don't think it's boosting tackle versus boosting headbutt. I think we get more out of the headbutt. We'll give the Demon Horn to Nessie. Yeah, it's slower than Quillfish, so I think. I think we did all the trainers in the water. Yeah, so we need these guys. Whoops, I have the wrong guy in front. That's fine. Surf. 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 Stop using items. And then we missed. But you have to recharge. But I missed. Alright. Nessie, intimidate him. Super Fang. We got a Quick Claw. Our accuracy hasn't been dropped. Let's surf. Nice. Let's go heal. And let's put Clay in front. Clay and Gold Wings. Although against another Linoon, I mean, that could be pretty bad. Or pretty scary, but I don't know who has one and who doesn't, so. This guy has it, doesn't he? No? Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Ancient Power. Nice. Ancient Power. Cool, cool. This guy's water. But we're faster, so I think we're fine. Sweet Scent. Nice. Another one of these. Ancient Power. Rock Tome. Talo. Psybeam should be fine. Cool. And then there's that guy who has... I think he has some Meowths and stuff. Surf. Go. And that is it. Alright, now we do the... route with some zombie trainers, and then... the route with the Inquisition Evil Team members. Well, I think we might fight a chef or two also. Wait, does anybody have cut now? Nobody has cut. Well... I don't think we really need to have a guy with cut on the team. We'll just use them for a second to get these items. And then I think we'll leave the spot in the party open. Because we're going to want it open for the Voltorb that we can get a new Mauville. Because, well, I mean, we're not going to use it right away, but I don't want to forget about it. So. Alright, and we have a chef. Curlia and Munchlax. Claydol or Baltoy is probably fine. Maybe we should bring with the Geodude. No, Geodude is just a mistake. If we switch into it, we're gonna get set up on probably. So I think we just attack. We'll just leave that guy boxed. We just want to hit him with a fast guy. I mean, Goldwings is probably fast enough. But they'll leave with the Munchlax. Whatever. I think we'll be alright. We got a bunch of guys. We attack. Screech? You don't even have a physical move besides like lick. We get paralyzed. Alright. Play. Ancient Power. Ancient Power. Psychic. Nice. Ancient Power. Not great. Ancient Power. Stop using Double Team. Ancient Power. Nice! And Clay evolves at 36. But if we get him to 36, then we can't really use him until we get the 4th badge. Or until, like, that battle. Since that's the level cap. This guy has Electabuzz. I think it has a freaking Electabuzz. All right, we're gonna grab that Geodude. We'll lead with the Pelipper, attack with the Baltoy, protect, and then we'll switch into Geodude if we need to. No, he doesn't. I was wrong. No, I think he does. It's just after these guys. All right, Surf and Psybeam. Pretty good. Uh-oh. Jinx, do you have Dry Skin? I think you do. Gen 3? You do not. You don't get it until Gen 5. Wow. Unless they could have given it to it. Then we Surf and we go for... Well, they can hit us with the Ice move and that would be a problem, but... I mean, what would we do? Switch into Nessie? If they actually have Dry Skin, then we're screwed. I think we just kind of hope for the best. Max Potion. So only one guy's attacking. And they use Pound, which is not a good idea. They don't have Dry Skin. Come on, Clay. Get an Omni Boost. Nice. That's big. Surf. Ancient Power. Clay's ramping up. Okay, they do have an electric thing. But we just boosted. So we're going to protect and go for our strongest move, Psybeam. If we outspeed them, they have Mach Punch. Well, that's not scary. But now we don't know if we outspeed him. So yeah, I'm switching to Dude. I mean, if we get Mach Punched on him, it is what it is. But we can't risk the Pelipper, I don't think. Cool, we do outspeed him. Dude gets some experience, cool. You're welcome. Is this where the Thunderstone is? No, we get the Thunderstone in New Mauville, I think. And I think we'll have to fight another chef. Let's level up Clay if we can. Alright, Psybeam? 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 Alright, fine. Let's go Gold Wings. Jump Kick. That's cool. Did we just unlearn a move? Were we gonna learn a move and I spammed B past it? Baltoy. Level 28. No. Alright, good. We don't learn something. Do we learn Psychic on level up? No, but we learn Hyper Beam. That's awesome. That's fun. Alright. Oh, is this the Thunderstone? Crit Plus. Toss. Toss. Use. Yeah, I think we keep going with the battle toy so we get it ready for the gym leader. Psybeam. Nice. This guy will Sand Tomb it and miss. We'll Sand Tomb it. Defense raised. Then we'll Psybeam. Nice. Sand Tomb. Sand Tomb. Psybeam. Psybeam. Nice. Ooh, Rage Candy Bar. We'll hold on to it. It's a rare candy. Hello. I'm on. Lunatone. Ancient Power. Hypnosis. Confusion, that's fine. Ooh, I really don't like that. Alright, we'll go Nessie and Surf. Okay. Surf. 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 Cool. I think there is a chef next. Damn, Gyarados has a lot of health. Alright, now it's just a matter of how many rock moves do we have left for that Kirlia. 4 to 5, 6 of 10. Or we could lead Quillfish. I think Quillfish will kill them, so I'm just gonna lead Quillfish. They have this guy first, though. A bunch of them. Screeched. Headbutt. Get out of here. Headbutt. Nice. Cool. Nice job, Miss Puff. And I think we made it. Any more trainers? There is. Ooh. Do you have Explosion, level 28 Graveler? You have Self-Destruct. And Magnitude. And Roll Out. Roll Out, Self-Destruct. No, you don't have Roll Out. Self-Destruct, Magnitude, Rock Throw. I think we go Gyarados, Intimidate them. I forgot that we kind of have to worry about these guys. Surf. Nice. See ya. Now we'll do a little RP. I don't think we need to buy any items from this vendor. Yeah, we got plenty of potions, plenty of status. There's a heal person in New Mauville. The guy tells us to do him a favor. He lies to us. We listen to him. And I want to box that Geodude. So then we have the Electrode. Does it really matter, though? Honestly, it's probably better we have the Geodude. And level 29 is high enough on Clay. Yeah, once we do this, we're gonna get a bunch of encounters. So I just want to do this as fast as possible. All right. Now we do a little murder mystery. All right. Now we go look at the body. We'll heal up. Thanks for the heals. We also have an auto loss here, but because of the Snakewood, because the way the game's designed, we basically have to lose it. We have to fight a team of 6 level 100 guys. So, but that's okay. It's part of the hardcore Nuzlocke rules that we're playing with for the Snakewood run. That's we continue. Because they have like electric moves, dark moves, ghost moves. Like there's no possible way we could win, I don't think. They happen to I think they do have Screech, but like I don't think, unless I were to just reset to the last save instead of restarting the whole run, otherwise it'd be impossible. So I'm just gonna throw a great ball. I don't know what this guy has. We shouldn't kill it. I don't think this thing has self-destruct. Nest ball. Nice, he looks good in that. Ball Pokemon was first sighted at a... What happens if you hack level 100 Pokemon and win? I mean, then I would win by cheating, but... But I'm enjoying the journey. I kind of wish we kept going with Pokemon X and Y, but I don't know. It's just the Gen 3, I think, of Snakewood that's keeping me interested. It's a ball calling blue, but he's red and white. I mean, the always lost boss. What happens if you hack? I mean, the always lost battle? I'm not sure what you're saying. Round. I've used the name round. I think I've used the name ball. What's round? I could name it apple. It's like an apple. That's how you spell apple. Yeah, I don't know why I'm questioning that. That's definitely right. Apple. Nailed it. All right. The battle where there's 6-100. What happens if you cheat and win the battle? Oh, I don't know. I mean, the game probably just goes on, but I don't know. All of the questions I have the same questions, and I don't have answers of like how the game works, you know? But that's the fun of it, being able to see what happens. Another one of these, we'll kill it. Teleporter. Cool. Wait, could we use that to get out of here? Does that actually work? I'm just curious. Use. Ooh, it does. All right, back in. So we needed to escape. Evidence motive, yes. The corpse is singed and burned. Cool. All right, let's heal up again. Not that it actually really makes zero difference since we're gonna auto lose. Let's talk to this lady. I didn't say the officer, but you're nice, so I'll tell you. I saw the chef going to the storeroom. Mr. Welford got killed. Better talk to the chef. Hello, chef. I have a witness who can place you at the scene of the crime. Killer! The chef. All right, let's go talk to Watson now. Hello, Watson. Oh, the chef killed him? You hated the chef? Of course it was the chef? All right. Sounds good. You murderer. You know what? Just in case we get lucky, we'll heal up. But we're probably definitely going to lose. I mean, maybe if I still had minimize. The chef hated Wilfred. So the chef is the killer. No. You don't think the chef did it. Exactly. It was Watson all along. All right, and I can try and turn off the generator, but it doesn't let me. I can't turn off the generator before we lose to him, so we have to fight him with the level 100. If we were to beat him, I have no idea what would happen. I'm guessing he would still just flee. The thing is, once we do beat him after turning off the generator, it had happened one of the times where I started pressing A after beating him again, after beating him the first time, and he reappeared and I had to fight him a second time. So it's kind of messed up, whatever's happening with Watson here. Like the game is kind of broken. Our best bet is probably, I have no idea. Do we have another TM for double team? I don't think so. We don't get that till Fall Harbor. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Good luck, Watson. Ancient power. All right. Surf. Yeah, scary face. If you just went for scary face, maybe we could do it. Enough for me to get some minimizes going. But yeah, crunch. Shadow swipe, discharge. It's kind of hard to beat that. Rock throw. Go, dude. Dang it. All right. He was hideously strong. We have to weaken him by turning off the generator. Okay. Click. The old pervasive hum of the generator stopped. Hee hee hee. Let's see how Watson fares without his precious generator. Yeah. Stupid cheater. Bitch. Alright. I think we just leave it to Clay. And this guy's not a dark type yet, so we just psychic him. He roars us into dude. Back into Clay. See if we can get an Omni boost. Nope, and he has bite. Well, that's not great. This guy. We go into Miss Puff. Flail. You get poisoned, haha. So you didn't go for the electric move, interesting. I mean the water move. Do we kill it with headbutt? I don't think so. This guy's kind of bulky. but it has bad defense. We've out-leveled it. We could also flinch. I think we just headbutt. Oh, nice. All right, Pikachu. Back into clay. Quick attack. It's not cool. Ancient power. All right, we really need to kill this. Psybeam? 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 Stop using double team! Haha. Alright. Level 33 Raikou. Sand Tomb. Nice. And they roared us. Well, we get the Intimidate on them, so that makes that a little easier. And they quick attack critted us. Good idea, good idea. Sand Tomb. Bite. Alright, this isn't good. Uh-oh. I mean, thankfully that move's weak. I need them to make contact and poison themselves. Alright, go dude. Ah, we could have gotten him there. Alright, well they'll go for it now, right? No, dude! Alright, we go this guy and protect. Let's go! Alright, we now just have to beat a Jolteon. I think. Nope. I don't even think this guy has an electric move. I remember, I think last time we fought him, and also that reminded me when that had happened. I remember getting a Jolteon in like Red or Gen 1 games, and like they don't learn electric moves for like early. They're horrible. Uh-oh. All right, this one might crap. All right, it says it learns it at 16. Oh, that's because you get the EV at 25 and then you Thunderstone it, and then it doesn't learn Thunder Shock. All right, hopefully this guy did that. I think our best bet is just to hit them. Surf. Quick attack. Surf. Oh, our accuracy can't be dropped. Surf. No, he does have Thunder Shock. What a joke. All right, Nessie. Surf. Yeah, I don't know why he's going for tackle. All right, what's your last guy? Luxio. Surf. We're faster. I don't think we lost. We win. Let's go. All right, we lost a lot of guys, but thankfully, you don't have to do the beginning again. The beginning is just the worst. Electricians activate the teleport. Damn, he got away. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna spam B, not A, because I think if I spam A, we'll run into him again. Whatever, we're out of here. Our only guys left are the guys that we caught. Everybody else died. Well, and the Pelipper, I guess we caught, so. I'll take off their items when we get back. I don't want to heal up because I don't remember. I'll forget who died. Yeah. All right, now we can go to the island of Calm and get an encounter over there. But more importantly, we can go up this way. Toss that. Loot all these items. Deposit the Thunderstone. And figure out how many dead guys we have. So Baltoy's dead. Pelipper's dead. And Mrs. Puff is dead. And Dude is dead. So our starter died. Our first Quillfish died. Yeah, and we have a total of 11 deaths. But we haven't waited out, and we still have 3 guys left, so. Alright, what kind of a Voltorb we get? We want plus special attack. That is pretty much it. Or minus attack. Anything that minus attack would be fine. That's not bad. Static with plus speed minus one of our defenses. I can't remember. Spidef, I think? Yeah, minus Spidef plus speed. Not bad. Could be worse. Full evolve at 30, I think? Let's give leftovers to Miss Puff. It'd probably be better on the other guy, but yeah, we'll switch it up. Give this guy the leftovers. Or the plus band, give this guy leftovers. Cool. Alright, now let's go get an encounter. We can get Shockwave if we go in there, but I don't want to do that yet. Get our Route 117 encounter. We want a Vulpix? Or a Grass type would be cool. Really don't want Volbeat. Calfbee would be alright. I mean, Volbeat would be fine too. Really anything. Let's go! Alright. We've never gotten a Vulpix. I don't think we can weaken this, really. We have 2 nest balls. I want to get it in a nest ball. This guy has Sonic Boom, doesn't he? This guy definitely has more than 20 health. And that's what Sonic Boom does, right? Yep. Let's go Sonic, or go with Apple. Stop it! Alright, he roared us, so that we just lost the encounter. Well, That is unfortunate. I forgot that it has Roar. I had to pee. Well, this is not going very good. In trying to play it safe, I lost the encounter. I'm just going to run back to Mauville, and I think it's time we just do the tier list. I think we'll come back to this, though, before we're done today. But before I just feel like turning off the stream and getting too bad of a mood, I think let's just do the tier list. I don't know, I don't think I'm in a bad mood, but we'll just have the Mauville music playing in the background. Okay. Close these tabs. All right, so we're gonna be ranking all the Mega Pokemon. With these, part of me wanted to try and rank them more like spread out between S all the way down to F. But even if like they're not my favorite or they're not good competitively, I don't think I can put them in F, because on Showdown there's some tier where you can play with them and where they're decent. I'm not an expert on all of the tiers, don't play any of them enough, and I don't really play doubles, so I wouldn't really be able to speak the best to any of them. But because I've dabbled in all of them a little bit, it's hard for me to say like any of them are just like the worst or terrible, just because if you really want to use a certain Pokemon, even if it's a really bad one, there's somewhere you can use it on Showdown and have fun with it. And of course, besides for ranking them competitively or thinking about them in that way, I'm going to be thinking about just how they look. And also, something I was reminded of, when looking at all of the guys, was that Not all the Megas came out at the same time. All of these ones at the bottom here on Cerebi, it says these ones were introduced in X and Y, classic Mega Evolutions. And then, you know, X and Y came out, I don't know, a year before ORAS, right? What's up, Karin? So all of these guys came out, and then we had some time between ORAS coming out, and I don't remember if we knew there was going to be more Megas. I'm pretty sure there was a trailer where we saw, like, Rayquaza, and I think Kyogre and Groudon came out. I know they're not Megas, but they're basically Megas. But, like, there was basically a time of waiting where, kind of like right now, we're like, what Megas are we going to get with ZA or maybe Gen 10 or, I don't know, future things? Like, we're kind of like in that stage again where maybe we could be getting new Megas, and where Pokemon like Glalie, I don't think anybody expected to get a Mega, but that impacts how you kind of see it, I think. Probably didn't explain that the best, but so I think that'll just affect how I rank them a little bit. But honestly, all of them are unexpected because we didn't really know about Megas or how they would work or who would get them and stuff when X and Y came out in the first place. So yeah, and I'm just gonna rank them in order as they're here, so it's alphabetical order, I think. I'm not gonna be able to just do these ones or whatever, so let's get started. Mega Bombsnow easy F tier, 132 attacks. Attack is nothing on a Mega without the ability to boost. Psh. I mean, and again, this is my opinion, so, you know, everybody's entitled to have their own opinion or can disagree. And as I said, I'm not an expert on pretty much anything, so I'm not going to try to defend my rankings. It's also just how much I like them, pretty much like the other tier lists. So, but Megas are my favorite gimmick just because I think they're fun. I like Pokemon that I like evolutions in general. So, I didn't use any. I mean, I've used Terra quite a bit on Showdown. I didn't use the whole Dynamaxing a whole lot, and then with Z moves I also didn't use a whole lot, just because I didn't play the games as much during those times. But I've been playing a lot more Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet. But Dynamaxes Megas I was playing a lot at the time. X and Y I was pretty into. So, all right, Mega Bombsnow. What is it with Megas? They always get 100 base stats or so. So I don't remember all of these guys' stats, but Abomasnow's got like just under 100 attacking stats, I think, and like 60 speed and like average decent bulk. Snow types now have the ice buff. I mean, at the time of Mega Abomasnow, when it was around, they don't have the snow ice type buff, but it's a weather setter. Grass ice is a really fun type combination, kind of cool. Like offensively, defensively not great. Its design, I really like that. It's like Abomasnow was like the abominable snowman or whatever. We have Crabominable, whose like name is literally that, but this guy's like a scary tree ice monster, you know, who lives out, you know, like something like that. Like he's like some sort of monster in the snow. And I think the Mega Abomasnow looks even cooler and stronger and scarier and more like a monster than the original Abomasnow. So I think it's definitely an upgrade. And it gets the stats, so it's better. I think I would put it in A. I don't think I would put it in S, but I really like Mega Abomasnow. I really like Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow is really cool. It being not heavily used makes me kind of want to like it more too. So I think A is where I'd put it. Then we got Absol. This is one of the ones I don't know. I don't know why Mega Abomasnow seems like, oh yeah, that makes sense to have gotten a Mega, but Absol doesn't. I don't know. When I think of Absol, I think like, oh, I didn't expect this guy to get a Mega. It's also a Dark type, which is awesome. Is it a Gava like a useless ability? Or does it have some use? Yeah, he got a Mega the first time around, so I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, Magic Bounce. I totally forgot. That's actually pretty good. But it got a bunch of offensive stats and I think like 0 defensive stats. I think normal Absol has base 60. And Abomasnow, yeah, it got some bulk. Oh, and it lost speed. And what Megas don't gain HP ever, right? So their base HP stat always stays the same. But it got its stats are is the glass cannon as much as you could be a glass cannon. I think I would put Mega Absol in A also. I really think it's a fun Pokemon and cool. It doesn't look a whole lot different from normal Absol. It just kind of got some fur like wings on its back, and then it has hair in its face. I think that's pretty much it. I don't hate it, but I think it's really cool still. Or I don't think there's anything I really dislike about it, but it's not like the coolest of them. With all of the special attack it has, it can make use of special moves more, and then obviously it's just a lot stronger with its normal dark moves and stuff. And then Magic Bounce, I guess, you know, you can use it as an anti-lead, or it has more utility, but it's super frail anyways, so it's kind of just like an offensive frail kind of a thing. Mega Aerodactyl. I'm tempted to put him in S, but I think I would just put him in A too. I know Aerodactyl I always thought was really cool. Of the fossils, like the Gen 1 fossils, you got Omastar, Kabutops, and Aerodactyl. And I want to like Aerodactyl as much as I like Kabutops, who's I think my favorite of them. But because Aerodactyl just doesn't have great moves that it can learn, I don't think offensively from what I remember, I didn't really like it as much. But Mega Aerodactyl kind of helps Aerodactyl's case out a little bit. I think it just obviously has stronger rock moves. Does it have an ability that's like helps it out a lot? It's got Tough Claws, right? Yeah, Tough Claws. I mean, Rockhead on the other one's cool, but it's like it doesn't learn Head Smash. It doesn't learn Brave Bird. It's got Double Edge. So, I mean, this guy's just got stronger rock moves. I think it has more bulk. So it can kind of do similar things to Absol and like anti-lead, I think. Like, I don't know if it still would get Roost in Gen 9. I don't think it's in Gen 9. But I know with like Taunt and Rocks, it can kind of do that. I don't remember if it gets U-Turn. But yeah, it's a pretty fun Pokemon. I like its design. I think... What would I don't know. Both it and Absol, I don't know if I would really change anything about them. Like, I have no specific ideas, but I don't think they look as cool as they could. Abomasnow, I don't know what I don't think it doesn't look cool. I think Abomasnow might be cooler than them, but yeah, I don't have a whole lot on like what could improve, ways to improve their design. Mega Aggron, damn, dude, I like them all a lot, and I'm putting them in A because I don't think I like them as much as some of the other ones, but... Honestly, I think I might just put Mega Aggron in A too. It losing its rock typing, I think, kind of stinks. Even though it's like Steel Rock's not a great typing, but it doesn't have a great, like just Mono Steel. I don't know. It's not as fun, I think, to have only one stab. But being Mono Steel with the filter ability is really good, obviously. It gets, let's see its stats. Mega Aggron filter. It gets quite a bit of, or a little bit of defense and attack. And then some Spadef maybe? Or is it just old defense and attack? I don't know. He's a bulky guy though. I think he's pretty fun to use. Whoops. And yeah, I wouldn't say he's like not cool at all. Aggron is one of my, like, I think he's one of my favorite Gen 3 guys, or just a really cool guy from Gen 3. But yeah, only having one stab, being Dragon Steel would be cool. Maybe an offensive ability, or maybe having more speed. I don't know, but he's a cool guy for what he is. And yeah, he can do like defensive things well. He can do rocks, I think, still. He's got some fun things that he can do. Mega Alakazam. Ooh. This guy is definitely a monster. He's like really, really strong, really, really fast. I don't know what ability, I don't even remember what ability does Mega Alakazam have? Trace. So he loses Magic Guard and Is that the only one that he would use? Mega Alakazam. What other abilities does Alakazam have? Magic Guard, Synchronize, Inner Focus. So he'd pretty much always go Magic Guard, I think. And he gains like 30 speed and 45 special attack, I think. Something like that. Maybe a little Spadef, but not really bulk, just offensive stats like Absol kind of. I think Mega Abs or Mega Alakazam. I think I might put him. I think I'm putting him in A still. I don't think his design is amazing. I think him getting all the offensive stats is great, and he's really fun to use and really strong and stuff. But I don't really love its design. It doesn't make me excited thinking like its design, like, oh, he's like really cool. He's definitely not underused, I don't think. He might even be banned in Nat decks. I don't know how popular he was at the time, like of Gen 6 and ORAS or whatever. But yeah, I think it's just a really strong Pokemon. Him getting the Mega Evolution's fun. But I think our first S tier's got to be Altaria, though. Dragon Fairy's an awesome typing. It got more stats, so it can actually like do things offensively. Altaria wasn't able to do those things before, except for probably maybe in like Gen 3 it could be offensive. But like in Gen 4, 5, I don't think it was probably doing like much of anything. But then it gets a Mega with Dragon Fairy, and is it its signature ability, Pixelate? Let's see. Was he one of these? No, okay, so he was one of the ones that came out with ORAS. Yeah, Pixelate. Does anybody else have? No, Gardevoir has it. What am I saying? Yeah. But look at these stats. 110 attack, defense, and special attack. And then 105, I think, is its base Spadef usually. And then unfortunately his HP is not fantastic. But Dragon Fairy with Pixelate is awesome. I think just Altaria is a really fun Mega and unique and cool because Altaria is ass. So it makes it so Altaria kind of has some other things going for it. Of course, you can use Altaria in the lower tiers, and it's like, I think it's PU right now and a good defogger and stuff. I used it not too long ago, and Altaria is fun to use. But Mega Altaria is a huge upgrade, and I think that for me sets it apart and makes me want to put it in S. And I think similarly with Ampharos, I'd have to put it in S. I think I've already ranked all of the Gen 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think I've probably ranked almost all these Megas already in tier lists with the tiers, or with the gens they belong to, but they were mixed in with everything. And now I'm kind of trying to spread it out a little bit. So I might have put some of these in S already. Like I said, I'm spreading out a little bit, but I don't think I could say they're below A, at least so far. But Mega Ampharos, definitely S, because Ampharos is one of my favorite Pokemon, the whole evolution line. I just have a lot of memories also of when it was X and Y and ORAS. Even Sun and Moon, I forgot that they were around for then too. People using it competitively and using it and naming it Fabio, which is just kind of funny. But it becomes a dragon type, which is awesome. Which, now that I'm thinking about potential future Megas, like, so many of them I think could be like, just, you could just give them a dragon typing and it would kind of work and be cool. Now it seems less exciting though, because they've already kind of did that with a couple guys like Mega Ampharos, Charizard. I don't know if anybody else got the dragon typing, looking at these quickly, but it's really cool for Ampharos. I don't know if I would have even thought to make it a dragon, but didn't it always have access to Dragon Pulse? So maybe it did kind of make sense. But it gets a crap ton of special attack and some more bulk. And I think its bulk was pretty decent already. Let's see. Mega Ampharos, yeah, 90 HP and 45 speed. So it's not wasting stats like in terms of speed, and it's already had the decent HP stat. I guess the 95 attack when it doesn't use any physical moves isn't great. Maybe there is some Oh wait, you can use Dragon Tail on it. I think people would use that sometimes. And then Mold Breaker, there was some uses for that, I thought. Maybe in a guys with like Volt Absorb and stuff. There was some use, but oh yeah, Sceptile. Yes. I totally forgot about that. But I think Mold Breaker would let you use electric moves into those guys with ability immunities, right? Whatever. Either way, Mega Ampharos I think is definitely S. It's a really fun Pokemon. It makes it, I don't think it was ever like super popular, even though it's a huge upgrade from normal Ampharos. So it's not as like, it didn't get as much of a viability change as Altaria, but I could be misremembering that. But it gave it a lot more potential, which I think is fun and cool. All right, then we got Audino. I think this is the only Gen 5 Mega, right? Let me get that real quick. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, Audino's the only Gen 5 Mega we got. It becomes a normal fairy type, which is kind of cool. Normally it would just be pure normal type. And Audino is kind of like the Chansey of Gen 5. If we just look at Gen 5 Audino, all right, we'll just look at this one. It's a normal type. It's got Healer, which is useful in doubles, Klutz, which is kind of like Lopunny's ability, but it's not helpful for Audino, I don't think. And then Regenerator, which is really nice in singles to switch out and heal and stuff. Its stats before Mega Evolving, 86 defenses. The 103 base HP is nice. So where does all of its stats go? 60, 80, 50. So it gets a little special attack and then it goes the rest into bulk. I remember there was I can't remember what year it was. I wasn't into the TCG at the time, but didn't a Mega Audino deck win like Worlds at one point in the TCG? And that was like kind of crazy at the time. I think gaining the fairy type is really fun, but losing Regenerator to then, I think it only has Healer as its ability, is kind of a huge, not great, not very useful in singles, I remember. You could kind of be strategic about it to Terra and, you know, gain some resistances or immunities on a specific turn, but then you lose Regenerator. So it'd be kind of like, I think you could use it as a pivot earlier in the game and then maybe use it as a setup sweeper at some point, and Terra, then you're not going to switch out, so you're not going to like lose value from not having Regenerator, and then you can like try to Calm Mind sweep somebody. I think I'm gonna put it in B. I don't think I could put it up in A. I don't think it's, I mean, I'd probably put Audino in C. I don't think Audino's I don't know, it doesn't look very cool to me. It kind of looks like a little creepy, weird looking thing. I don't know, when Nurse Joy's walking around with the Chansey with the egg and stuff, that doesn't give me the same creepy vibes as like Audino does, kind of. But maybe that's just because I was like, oh, it's not Chansey anymore. But in Gen 5, it started in the anime appearing with Nurse Joy, right? Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but I thought always before that it was just somebody from the Chansey line. I think Nurse Joy had Happiny a little bit in Gen 4, but I could be remembering that wrong too. But yeah, I think it's a B. It's cool that it gets the fairy type. Not great that it loses Regenerator. Getting the bulk is great, and you know, it could let it be like a bulky setup sweeper. But yeah, kind of one note, but it's still cool and gives it some more like viability and stuff like these other guys. Then we got Mega Bayonet. Bayonet is a really fun Pokemon that I liked a lot. It gets Prankster, which is fun, and it gets a shit ton of attack. I think it becomes a little slower, and when it was out, I don't think Poltergeist was a move. So I think like you could use it in Nat decks now with Poltergeist, but before then, or before now in Nat decks with having Poltergeist or whatever, Shadow Claw was its best move. Then it'd have Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch, Knock Off, I think it'd have gunk shot and coverage and stuff. Brockhat Happini? Yeah, maybe that's what I'm remembering. I don't know if, did the Nurse Joyce ever have Happini? I could be saying all of these things wrong because I don't really care to look it up, but yeah. I still don't think I'd want to rank it higher than a B, and I think that might be generous still. If this was like a Gen 5 tier list, I'd probably actually still put it in B, even with all of the Gen 5 guys, but I don't know, maybe we get some more, hopefully we get some more Gen 5 megas with the new games coming out sometime. I don't know. Bannet, though, I think I would put it in A. It having Prankster is really cool. I don't think it has the stats to really pull off like super annoying utility sets. It can do it for like a turn. You can Will-O-Wisp and you can Destiny Bond. That's pretty cool and fun, and you can surprise people with it, but you have 64 HP, 75 defense, and 83 special defense. Did all of its stats go? I think it even got some. Oh wait, maybe it didn't lose speed. Seeing it here, I think Bannet is also 75. Okay, didn't lose speed. No, show me this guy. Yeah, I gained 10 special attack and then 50 attack. Oh, and it did gain some defenses, 65, 63. 65, 63. Can we only see it here? Oh, I was on the wrong gen, that was why. 65, 63. So it gains 10 defense, 20 Spit F, 10 special attack, and 50 attack. Yeah, I think I'd put it in A. I think it's fun. It's a huge upgrade for it. Gives it some more viability. It could be a better spin blocker, I guess. But with your item being taken up by your Mega Stone or whatever, you have no item, so you have no recovery. Maybe it gets Pain Split, but I don't think I've ever seen it use it. Will-O-Wisp Destiny Bound is cool. You could be an annoying anti-lead with it. I think it also has Taunt. I think just A, though, is fine. I also don't like I don't hate its design. I don't love it. I don't know what's going on with it. It's creepy, and I mean, I don't know what's going on with normal Bannet either, but it's a fun Mega, I think, and yeah, the 165 attack is just kind of hilarious, but I don't think it's as hilarious as Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill is just really funny that it got a Mega, and then it's kind of crazy strong and like a really fun hit and run attacker. I think it keeps the bug poison type, and you just get like a crazy amount of stats. You also, don't you get a pretty useful ability? I could be wrong. Let's see. Beedrill, yeah, adaptability. And I think you maintain the 40 defense and 80 special defense. I don't know if those are different. I'm pretty sure they might be the same, because its attack and speed are usually below 100. So that means all of the stats went into both of those. All of the 100 stats went into its attack and special attack. Yeah, Mega Beedrill obviously makes Beedrill way more viable. Beedrill is horrible otherwise. It's just early game bug type, but with Mega Beedrill, it's crazy strong, super fast. You can become a hit and run attacker with U-turn. I've never done it, but can you get a Bannet and Mount Pyre with Destiny Bond with Dexnav and use its Mega to take out anything? I don't feel like dealing with like Steven's Metagross. Oh, that's cool. Mega Bannet won a regional. Psh, see that? I don't know anything about all these things. As I said, I don't know anything enough to actually like make this a competitive thing. It's just more my feelings on them and thoughts with my limited experience. But Beedrill to me, similar to these, it's, you know, becomes way more viable, which makes it really fun, being able to use underused guys, and yeah, adaptability is nice. Beedrill is just a fun Pokemon anyways. Even in Snakewood that we're playing right now, I wish we could get a Beedrill that has Twin Needle, but we catch it at too high of a level where it's already learned it. But yeah, Beedrill's sick. All right, now we're getting to the first starter, Mega Blastoise. I think I gotta put him in S. I don't think its design is the best. I mean, it's just got his massive gun on its back. Like, it's way too big, honestly. But it's kind of sick. What does it get? Mega Launcher, and now in Gen 9, or maybe if it comes back, we'll be able to use it with Shell Smash in the actual like cartridge game and stuff. And you know, on the OU ladder outside of Nat Dex. Mega Blastoise is sick though, and also it was I don't think it was ever like super low tiered. Maybe before the Mega came out, it was going down to like, I think now it's actually no, I think it might be UU or RU because of Shell Smash. But before getting access to Shell Smash, it might have dropped lower than that. But with the Mega and Shell Smash now, I think this thing is terrifying. It's super fun. I think it obviously stole the spotlight from the Gen 6 guys that didn't have Megas in their own game, but I think Mega Blastoise is really fun. Maybe the Gen 6 guys will get Megas, you know, this time around, probably. Or that'd be cool. But yeah, Mega Blastoise is really fun. It also has all of those moves that are boosted by Mega Launcher. I don't think it gets speed, but it just gets a lot of power, right? Let's see. And some bulk. Yeah, I think it might have 78 speed usually. It also gets some attack, which I guess makes its rapid spin a little stronger, but it's usually never running the physical attacks, especially when I don't think any physical attacks are buffed by Mega Launcher. Yeah. So, but it's really fun Pokemon, and yeah, I think it would be, I'd put it in S. Starter Pokemon 2, you know, it's kind of hard to. Everybody's had some experience with the starters, so I think I would put it in S. And I think I'd put Mega Blaziken in S too. When Mega Blaziken came out, I was just kind of like, so they just made Blaziken like 10 times better. Like, they made a Blaziken but even better. It has the same speed boost ability, it just has a shit ton of stats, or 100 more stats. What are its stats? They kind of go really crazy with it. 160 physical attack, or attack, 130 special attack, and then I think it does get a little speed. Its speed usually isn't that great, and it might have the same defenses, but 160 attack is kind of insane on a Pokemon with speed boost that's a fire fighting type, which is really pretty good typing. Where's the normal Blaziken stats? Oh, it's right above it. Yeah, so 80 speed usually, 70 defenses usually, so it does get some defense. And then, yeah, I think similar to Blaziken, you can kind of run those mix sets, which is fun too. But Blaziken is just like one of the coolest starters. The first firefighting guy. Speed boost is a crazy ability on a firefighting type like that. And I know it's dropped down like normal Blaziken since, you know, Gen 5 or whatever, or 4 or 5 or 6 that it got speed boost, but Mega Blaziken is still S tier, I think, or I would say is S tier. Its design is awesome. It's got the fire on its wrists like ribbons kind of, instead of just a little fire. And it's got the like cooler hair. I don't know, the colors, they changed them up a little bit, and I think it's cool. All right, then we got Mega Camerupt. I think Mega Camerupt's S. I love Camerupts. Mega Camerupt is really fun in Trick Room. It gets a lot of special attack. It has some useful. Is it Sheer Force? Which makes its Fire Blast crazy strong? Yeah. And Earth Power, which is its strongest ground move. Fire Blast, you know, if you're going for the safe fire move, or not safe, but the one that doesn't drop your special attack like Overheat. So you're not running Eruption, but if you're running this thing in Trick Room with Fire Blast, that's pretty sick. And then it's got 100 defense, 105 Spit F. I think it's usually got 105 attacking stats. You can run physical sets on this thing too, which is cool. And at the time, I don't know if it did have Fire Flare Blitz. It may have, but I think now it has access to Flare Blitz, so it could make use of that 120 attack. But yeah, super fun. I think yeah, they definitely made it slow. Did they make it slower, or was it always 20 speed? I know it's always it's always good to use it in decent in Trick Room. or it's currently decent. Yeah, it's usually 40 speed, so we lose the speed, which is pretty fun for megas to like have their stats redistributed that way. And then we get a decent amount of defenses, and then it looks like they just kind of almost gave 30 or 40 to everything, 20 or something. It reminds me of reminds me of the guy from SpongeBob who has like the volcano on his head. Or no, when they all become superheroes, it's Squidward, and he's like the Krakatoa or something. It reminds me of that. It's kind of silly looking too. It literally is like a volcano. You can barely see its feet. And also, I don't think it's mega. I don't think it ever got a mega. Did it get a TCG mega? I don't think the megas in Pokemon Go either. It's just a really underrated fun one. And this guy, similarly to Ampharos, I think, more so than like Altaria, its usage didn't rise that much. I think Ampharos and Altaria were used way more than Camerupt, but Camerupt could be used more and could become like a really scary Pokemon on Trick Room, which is fun. All right, then we got Pokemon's favorite game, Charizard. Mega Charizard X is definitely S, and Mega Charizard Y is definitely S. Of the two, I like Charizard X more, just because I have some fun memories of using like a bulkier Charizard X. Being a Dragon Fire, you weren't weak to water, and then being a Fire type, you were immune to Will-O-Wisp, and then you could like Dragon Dance Roost and set up on a Rotom, which was really popular at the time. Or maybe you wouldn't always set up, but you just be able to beat it 1v1, which I thought was really cool. You are weak to rocks, you can't hold an item, and obviously Mega Charizard Y is weak to rocks, but kind of doesn't really matter when you can set the sun for yourself and you're absurdly strong and you can support your team. So both of them are really, really fun. I like the black on the Mega Charizard X more, just like Shiny Charizard. So it's basically, you get like the cool look of Shiny Charizard on a Mega, which I think is really fun. The blue fire looks awesome, but it's hard to beat the sun with Mega Charizard Y and the power that is absurd. I'm pretty sure like Mega Charizard X has fallen off, and it was never, like once people started to use Y, like Y was a lot more popular than X. But X is crazy strong, and I think it's like a BL tier because of just how crazy strong and hard to deal with it can be. Though if they return or whatever happens with that, Charizard doesn't have Roost anymore, which is would change a lot about at least the X. Charizard Y, I don't know. I think it does usually fit Roost, or it can fit Roost into its moveset. I don't think Nandex, they don't take away the moves when guys don't have access to them anymore, so you can still use Roost. Which definitely changes how Charizard would work, but it's a really fun Mega. I don't care that Charizard's got everything. If anything, I think that's like not a great reason not to give Pokemon things. I think, okay, they could maybe give Charizard less things, but something I was thinking about earlier was that just like Beedrill got a Mega, it would be awesome if Butterfree got a Mega, because Butterfree didn't at the time. But I know Butterfree got a Gigantamax and Beedrill didn't. Even though I don't have the most experience with the Dynamaxes and stuff, I'm pretty sure. But I would still love it if Butterfree got a Mega. It would be really fun. So, yeah. Hopefully, even if guys have gotten stuff in the past or whatever, you know, giving Pokemon guys Mega Evolutions is really fun. And it gives just the Pokemon a lot more different things that they can do. So... Dude, how many have we gone through? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15? Crap. I'm getting tired. All right. Next, we got Mega Diancie. I loved Mega Diancie's Pokemon trading card. I can't remember what it did exactly, but I think I just got it when I happened to start playing the TCG, and like it was a ladder reward, so I happened to get it and started using it because I didn't have that many cards. So I thought it was really cool in the TCG. Obviously, it's very, very good in on the ladder and showdown. having magic bounds when you mega evolve and getting the speed, you basically like flip your defenses with your attack. Or do you keep some of your bulk, don't you? I think you have like 100 defenses still, right? 110 defenses? This guy already had a lot of stats because it was did it have base 600? Yeah. So it's got that horrible defense, horrible HP stat is kind of the main thing. But then that just honestly just gives it more options with its offensive stats and lets it have quite a bit of bulk too. So yeah, this thing is crazy strong. Being able to just run Moonblast, Power, or Diamond Storm, Earth Power. I don't know what other moves it could run, but it can pretty much run like whatever. And I think it could run Hidden Power at the time. I know it could still do that in Nat decks. I think I would put it in S. It kind of feels like bland to me, but I don't know. I think the design is really cool. It looks a lot more strong than like normal Diancie does. Turning it from like this passive, more defensive guy and support guy to a Pokemon who could still support but be like an offensive, terrifying Pokemon is really cool. So yeah, I think I'd put it in S. All right, then we got Gallade. Gallade is S. Gallade is one of my favorite Pokemon, and Mega Gallade just made Gallade actually like viable. Obviously Gallade has sharpness now, which is a lot different than at the time of when the Megas came out. Gallade, I think, was it just Inner Focus and Synchronize or something? And now Inner Focus also, back in Gen 6 and ORAS when Megas came out, yeah, we had Steadfast and Justified, which Justified made it so we get an attack raise or get the speed raise with Steadfast, and Inner Focus made it so the guy doesn't flinch. But now Inner Focus also gives it an immunity to Intimidate, which I think makes Mega Gallade even better. We get 110 speed, 165 attack. I love how Gallade's how they distributed its stats. They didn't give it special attack, I don't think. And they just gave it more bulk on the special side. Wait, no. On the physical side to kind of patch it up since that was his weaker defensive stat. And then a bunch of attack and then a lot of speed too. Yeah, I think I'd definitely put it S. Whoops. Gallade's one of my favorite Pokemon. Psychic Fighting is just a cool typing, even though it's like not the best. And obviously not having Sharpness sounds worse than Gallade now. But Gallade doesn't have the 110 speed, so, and the better bulk than that Mega Gallade has. So I don't know how it would do, like, you know, if it were to come back. But it could still do probably like Sword Stance, Close Combat. It still has Shadow Sneak, Psycho Cut. They don't sound as appealing to use without a sharpness boost. But I think Mega Gallade is still pretty fun. Its design is awesome. It's got the swords. I like Iron Valiant's design too, similarly to this guy. So yeah, I think Mega Gallade definitely S. All right, then we got Mega Garchomp. I think I ranked this guy S like 2 weeks ago when we did the Gen 4 tier list. I don't know if I'm not super confident in this, but I think I would just put it in an A. I don't hate the design of it. It looks pretty cool still. I like the sword scythes similarly to Gallade, but it just kind of looks like they fucked him up a little bit. Like his chest, he looks like this undead, like kind of skeleton looking Garchomp with the scythes, like, but it's just still a dragon ground type. He's slower. He has an ability that only works in the sands. I don't know. He's just like kind of a tank of a dragon Pokemon. I don't totally get the design. I still think it's cool. They changed, I don't know how you would make it look cool and stronger, but I feel like you could maybe have made this guy a ghost type or something. He kind of looks like he's like an undead looking thing. With the colors, it doesn't really work, and with Garchomp being dragon ground to begin with, it doesn't really work. But yeah, I don't dislike it, but yeah, I never really used it a whole lot either, but I thought it was cool and it made me want to use it and want to like see it do stuff because it was kind of on the more underused side. But yeah, They ducked up with Garchomp. What do you mean? What does that mean? Yeah, we got 170 attack, which is insane. Like, what do we get? 40 base special attack or 40 base attack? It was a crime. We get a lot of special attacks, so we can run mixed sets. But if I might be wrong on this, but I think like normal Garchomp with a Life Orb has decent special attack, obviously still usable attack, and then has more speed. So you could run Life Orb mixed Garchomp usually, and then you get a lot of physical bulk. I don't know how much. Actually, you might just get the same amount of physical bulk as you do special. Let's see. All right, we got 85, 95 and 85. So you get 20 and 10. Then you lose 10 speed. You get 30 special attack. I guess kind of makes up for not being able to run an item to be able, if you want to make use of your special moves, and then you get a lot of attack. But then your ability is Sand Force, which I guess kind of it works with its design. Maybe it's supposed to be like this sand monster thing. I don't know. It's a shark looking. I guess they made it look. Maybe there's a shark that has spikes like that I don't get. Where's the normal Garchomp again? Yeah, we can see him here next to each other. I don't know. I mean, this guy still has the spikes on its side and stuff. But this guy, they gave him some spikes like he's wearing a jacket. And then they gave him like shoulder pads. And then he gained some weight and he's got a little more junk in the trunk. Like he's got this big tail. I don't know. I still think it's cool. I think I'd put him at A though. It being like a beast of a Pokemon makes me, not want to rank it lower than that. But yeah, it's not my favorite. Mega Gardevoir, I don't like it as much as Gallade. I've never liked Gardevoir as much as Gallade just because Gallade he's got swords. It's hard to beat the swords. But I do like Gardevoir a lot. I think I'd have to put it in S. Similarly, like the Charizards. And also, I remember wanting to use Mega Gardevoir a lot at the time of like X and Y. Was it in the first round of Megas or was it in Auras? When did he come out? Yeah, he came out in X and Y. But I remember I never was able to get Hyper Voice. So I was using a Moon Blasting Gardevoir, which was not good. Not as good as Hyper Voice with Pixelate. Because that was also before, I think Pixelate was nerfed. Wasn't it? Didn't it used to boost more than it does now? Or something like that? Either way, Mega Gardevoir with Pixelate, getting all the special attack, and actually having base 100 speed was huge. So then it's, speed tying at least with all those base 100s, outspeeding the guys who are just a little below 100. I don't think it gains any physical bulk. Did they really give this guy attack? Does he have 85 attack usually? Why do you do that? Why do you give him 20 attack? That's mean. You should have given him 20 defense. He gets a lot of special defense, a lot of special attack, and some speed. But yeah, those stats are wasted in its attack. I don't know if there's any. I mean, does it get Fake Out? Is there some value it can get from those attack stats ever? Either way, Gardevoir is really fun. Its design is pretty cool. It definitely looks stronger or more powerful. I don't know, with the full dress type of thing. It's just like got a different kind of a dress on, right? The other one's already got a dress, but this one's got like the round thing on it. Gardevoir's cool though. It's hard not to like it. Mega Gengar, I really like the Gen 1 guys, and I remember when X and Y came out, it was in the first round of Megas, right? In X and Y. I remember, I think, seeing, there it is, seeing, before it was banned and people stopped using it and stuff, in like, I remember people were doing, like X and Y battles on the actual cartridge game, not just on Showdown. I remember seeing Shofu use Gengar. I think I remember this. Maybe I'm mixing it up with like, I remember seeing, I think Shofu use like Mega Kangaskhan too. But I think I remember seeing him or maybe some other people too use Gengar and just trap people and do all sorts of broken things with it before it was banned in singles. Mega Gengar is disgusting. Having Shadow Tag, Sub, Pain Split, Disable. It has, I don't know if it has good bulk. Let's see. I mean, Gengar usually has horrible bulk. This is quite a big upgrade. 80 and 95. That's got to be. It's usually got like 60 and maybe 65. And then it got what, 10 and 40? No, 20 and 40 special attack and 20. Yeah, so that would mean it maybe got 20 defensive stats to each of his defenses. 60, 80. Yeah, so 20 defense and then 90. Yeah, 20 special defense. That's decent. And then he's got absurd speed, or pretty absurd speed. Oh, that's cool. And then quite a bit of special, well, absurd special attack, quite a bit of speed. It can do Will-O-Wisp. I mean, what is it? What's the name of the ability again? Shadow Tag is just a broken ability, preventing guys from being able to switch out. Yeah. But it gets Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split. It still, yeah, it definitely still has Pain Split. You can run all sorts of moves with this guy, like, to be really annoying. And then, of course, it can do all of the normal attacking stuff, too. Oh, it even has Destiny Bond, I forgot. Yeah, Mega Gengar is hilarious. And because of that, it's definitely S. It gets grounded, but this was it in... It was Sword and Shield that Gengar lost the ability to have Levitate, right? Let's see. Oh, it was in Let's Go. So it had it in X and Y. Oh no, it was in Gen 7. Just Gen 7 is when it lost Levitate. Which is kind of hilarious. Like, I don't know why half the time you could use Mega Gengar, you were able to use Levitate, and then Gen 7 comes out and you can't use Levitate anymore. Like, Levitate Gengar, I think is even, it seems more justified thinking about how Mega Gengar loses it. But now normal Gengar just doesn't have Levitate, which just still stinks for Gengar. But it's kind of funny that Mega Gengar would trade Levitate for Shadow Tag, which is still a really good ability, and now we just don't have Levitate. All right, Glalie, Mega Glalie. I think it's S. I don't think it's the best. It's definitely not the best Mega, and I kind of wish it was Dark or maybe Ghost. But it's at the same time, you know, I think it's kind of cool that it's just Mono Ice like normal Glalie, and then, you know, Frostlass is the Ghost Ice one. Maybe we'll get a Mega Frostlass this time around, but I kind of wish it was Dark. Kind of wish it was maybe faster. I think it has a breakdown of stats where it can go physical or special, which is cool, especially with like Freeze Dry, which I think it gets. Yeah, 120. And then it has Refrigerate, which turns its normal moves into ice moves. So you can do like Explosion and Double Edge, which is pretty fun. But it takes it up to that 100 speed. It already had the 80 defenses. I think it's usually 80 across the board. Let's see. So it gives it something that it can do. Glalie is currently down in 0 use, and I am not sure what to do with it. I've tried Suicide Lead ones, but there's really no reason to use it over pretty much any other spiking Pokemon, or even any other ice type. Like if you're trying to use it offensively, it doesn't have a boosting move. It has, you know, the ice attacks that you'd maybe want, like Freeze Dry, Ice Shard, Triple Axle, I think it might get. I know Frostlass gets, but Mega Glade is able to actually do some stuff offensively, be kind of scary. And yeah, maybe if it had 120 speed instead of, or in addition to the attacks, it would have been a lot better. But being Mono Ice, like, is just still kind of like, maybe not a worse Weavile, just a different kind of a Weavile. Being able to go special too, but Mega Glalie I think is really cool. The design is funny. It's like Wario kind of, or it reminds me of that. And yeah, gives it some more viability. All right, then we got the Big Shrimp. This is one of the Megas I use the most because I didn't get all of them, or didn't do all the things to get them all. Kind of like the Hyper Voice Gardevoir that I never got. But I remember I got Gyarados easily and was able to do whatever I needed. Or do whatever you needed to do to get the Gyarados and get the moves you wanted. I don't think it needed egg moves. Maybe that was it too. Yeah, Refrigerate Explosion. But I remember Mold Breaker, Dragon Dance, and Earthquake. I thought that was really fun to be able to hit Rotoms again back in X and Y. I don't love its design, but I do like that it is a dragon or a water dark type instead of water flying, just because dark is pretty cool as a secondary typing and pretty decent offensively. It didn't really have flying moves anyways, so it was like, oh, this is pretty good. Now in now in Gen 9, you know, we can do Terra Blast, Terra Flying, and whatever. I don't think it still has a flying move, but you know, with a dark secondary stab, it can use Crunch for stab, which I think it gets. So, yeah, and gives it a lot more stats to be able to do like Dragon Dance and stuff. Of course, it can't do like passive recovery with leftovers or have a Lumberry to avoid stat or you know, heal from status. But I think people would use Rest Talk Gyarados with Dragon Dance in 1 attack, or just Rest Talk with 2 attacks. This thing is really bulky, and of course you still have Intimidate if that's the ability you go with before Mega Evolving. Gyarados is just a really fun Pokemon. You know, it's just this little Magikarp, and then it turns into this thing with 155 attack. The 95 base HP is a huge help for it. I guess it does get 10 special attack. Same speed, yeah, it just gets attack and defenses. Same speed, I think. This thing's a beast. I really liked the big shrimp. It gets so fat. 81 speeds, yeah. It gets 10 special attack, and then a lot of attack, and a lot of defenses. Yeah, Gyarados is really fun. All right. Who do we got? Heracross. I think I would put Heracross in S. I think I would maybe put it in a low S, but I think I would put it in an S. But similarly to Garchomp, when I look at Heracross, it feels like they did something similarly with Garchomp with Heracross, but they did it right, or they did it better. Because Heracross loses speed, gains more bulk and attack, similarly to Garchomp, but it gains an ability that it can just make use of without team support and stuff. And with all the stats that it has and the moves that I think the moves that it already had access to, Bullet Seed, Rock Blast, Arm Thrust, like in Skill Link, Mega Heracross is a beast and is really fun. And now it has Trailblaze. I believe Heracross gets access to that, which is pretty fun. So you could run like a Double Dance type of a set with Bulk Up, or not Bulk Up, Sword Stance. I don't think this guy gets Drain Punch. If it does, or when it does, that would be really cool. But Skill Link plus all of those multi-hitting moves it already had access to is really cool. It gives it maybe not more viability. I don't know how high it was. It probably was a lot more viable, but it kind of had a niche. Like 185 attack is absurd though. That's disgusting. What is it? It's usually 125, so it got 60 attack and then 40 defense and 10 speed F. And then it loses 10 speed, so it doesn't lose as, like, the 85 to 75 speed tier doesn't feel as bad as Garchomp, going from that 10 whatever, being faster than base 100s and being pretty fast, and then going below base 100, so you have so many Pokemon in that speed tier. This guy doesn't, I don't think, loses out as much, and it still has enough to make use of, and then the defenses and the disgusting attack. Mega Heracross is awesome. I don't love its design. I don't dislike it. I think it works for what they did with it, slowing it down, giving it a lot of bulk. So it's pretty cool, like kind of like Gyarados. Yeah, and being able to make use of those multi-hitting moves is really fun. All right, Mega Houndoom has got to be S. Similarly to Garchomp again, it has an ability that with one of those weather boosting abilities where it doesn't, you know, get anything from it unless it has team support. But Mega Houndoom gets a lot of speed and a lot of special attack. I don't know if it gets bulk, maybe even attack it might get, but getting all of the speed and special attack, I just think is really cool. And its design actually, I think it looks a lot cooler. It gets more of these, like, the same things as its horns usually are, except they get bigger and bent in, looking a little more scary or evil. I think its tail might be different, I don't know. But then it's get this whole like armor thing going a little bit more on its chest and shoulders. They want to make Heracross look more like a horned Hercules beetle. but it does look kind of silly. Yeah. Yeah, he's like this little tanky thing. It's hard to see. I think like when, what was it? Sun and Moon, X and Y. Did we ever see megas in like the open world to see what they might look like? I mean, I don't know if we would still, even if they do make megas in an open world, usually they're not mega evolved all the time. I don't know if we'd be able to see them. But if it's like in Arceus, you'd be able to see him in a battle and run around him at least. But I'm sure Heracross, he's not actually like this little bug looking chonker looking thing. But Mega Houndoom is one of my favorite Pokemon. Fire Dark, Chi-Yu kind of, stole the Fire Dark and made it a lot better, but Mega Houndoom is sick. And it is like pretty scary in the sun. Unfortunately, you kind of need the sun to make the most of its power. So, and you can't run heavy boots because you're holding the Mega item. But I think Mega Houndoom is really fun, and I like its design. And we get how much? 140 and 115 speed. So we get Houndoom. Okay, so Houndoom usually has 95 speed, so it gets that 20 speed to put it above the base 100s. Faster than Latios and Latias, hitting 115. I think they might be. Are they faster after they Mega Evolve? I don't remember. But being faster than 100 and 110s with Mega Evolving is really fun. And then it gets 30 special attack, and then it must get some bulk, because I don't think it usually has. Well, also, I don't know where else those 100 stats would have gone. It must have gotten some bulk. What do we got? 80. Oh, its defense is horrible. I forgot. So it's usually 50 defense, and now it's got 90. So it's decent. Respectable. 75 HP is not great, but it's with the 90 defenses, it's not bad. It's not as squishy. And then I like that it's the 90 attack is, you can still do like Sucker Punch and, make a little bit of like Tech Sucker Punch to maybe do something with it. Probably not, but Nasty Plot 3 attacks or Nasty Plot, Fire Blast, Dark move. You always have that extra slot to do something with. Mega Houndoom is really cool. Wait, I want to look at them next to each other. I should have been doing this the whole time. Seeing them turn from like this to this, like that makes sense. Mega Houndoom is awesome. All right. Then we got Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan I think is one of the most fun megas. Parental bonds. The little baby, is the baby in its pouch like throughout all of the games? This is one of the craziest mega evolutions because it has that parental bond ability. No other Pokemon has that at the moment. I don't know if any of them will ever get it. It is basically able to kind of attack twice in a turn with Power Up Punch, which has been removed from the game. It gave it a way to boost while doing damage. It gave all of its moves like a Technician boost, kind of, right? Because every move it used hit twice, or hit a second time for 50% power. So it basically gave everything Technician. Is that how that works? It will hit twice. Ah, the damage is reduced by 25%. So it's better than Technician. Is that right? So it's Technician. It's a better Technician? Yeah, Mega Kangaskhan is kind of broken. Also, in terms of like where its stats went and stuff, I think it usually had, was it 90 speed? And I don't know how much attack. But it's now hitting the 100 speed tier. It has a lot more attack with a broken ability. Better bulk. Again, they gave it some special attack, but I think this does have all of the moves like Nidoking and Nidoqueen. This guy does get Ice Beam, doesn't it? Like those special moves. Fire Blast. Thunderbolt. Yeah, you could run special moves on this if you're trying to like hit a Gliscor or something. The damage inflicted by the second hit is reduced by 50%. Okay, so it must have been nerfed. It was nerfed from 50%. Is reduced by 50. Ah, so it was 25, reduced by 25, and now it's 50. So it is like Technician. Is Dunsparce in this tier list? I think it might be. Well, I'll just have to wait and see. It's probably in here somewhere. I think it does have a Mega, if I remember correctly. But I think Mega Kangaskhan is definitely S. Oh, yeah, and let's look at its design, or its like sprite. So yeah, it's got the baby. In Gen 5, it's got the baby. Gen 4, Gen 3. Yeah, it's always had this little baby with him. And the last thing I expected was it to jump out and fight and have a broken ability. That's pretty cool. That's like the fun about Megas is like you don't know what they're gonna do with it. And Mega King, like Kangaskhan getting a Mega of all the Pokemon, and like looking back at it, it's like that's crazy. And the way they did it is really cool. Definitely remember using this one to farm battle points at the Battle Mansion for the evolution items. Nice. Yeah, that was something I probably should have done or didn't do optimally at the time. I think by the time I was actually starting to play on the cartridge and stuff, it was probably banned. I think it was one of the ones that was banned pretty quickly. Same with Gengar. So I don't think I ever used it on the cartridge game, but I probably messed around with it on Showdown and Ubers maybe. But Kangaskhan's cool. Okay. Then we got Latios and Latias, which they're legendaries, right? Like in terms of them, like normal Latios and Latias, they're like some of my favorite Pokemon. Gen 3 I love the red and blue. I love the Latias movie, Latios movie. I think Latias I like more probably from the movie a little bit, but also because actually I don't remember the movie that well, but I had Sapphire, so I got Latias instead of Latios. But their Megas look exactly the same. They don't look any different. And I don't really remember using either of them a whole lot. But the way they look doesn't make me excited to use them. They look exactly the same as each other, at least on here, but I'm pretty sure they look really similar anyways. And yeah, they did get a lot of stats and can do cool things, I think. But the way they look to me is just like a huge, like, I don't know. It's kind of a letdown. They look cool. Maybe if they just kept their blue and red, I don't know. Eyes are a different color. They're very different. I mean, like I said, I probably miss a lot of things, but yeah, I just don't love how they look. I think I want to put them in B because I really, really don't like how they look. I hate that they look the same. Okay, that's not just me. I want to put them in B because of that, but I don't think they're on the same level as Audino. I think I would just put them in A. Also, for Latios and Latias, like, they could do a lot of different things without Mega Evolving, so them not being able to use an item, like, at least I think they could, like, being able to go Choice, Scarfed, or Specs. I think power levels are similar to being able to Mega Evolve, and then you lose out on, like, speed, or you're locked into yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see. What stats do they have? Do they get speed? I can't remember. No, they don't get speed. So that was one of the weird things I remember. There was like, if they got like 130 speed or if they got 130 speed or 120 speed, they might have gotten banned. But having 110 speed, it kind of balanced them. But yeah, Latios has this 130 attacking stat now, which is kind of, it seems random, but I know it could run physical like Dragon Dance sets, which is kind of fun. But like, look at this nice blue. Even the shiny looks awesome. And then it becomes this purple thing. Let's look at Latias now. All right, the red. The shiny I don't like as much because I like the red, but it's still cool. And then we've got, oh. Let's look at Latios. Okay. Okay. I guess Latios looks a little bigger, as well as maybe its eyes being bigger. I don't know. But their stats are obviously better. Latios gets the more offensive stats. Latias gets more defense. Latias can run its, recover Calm Minds, 2 attacks or something sets. Latias can do Dragon Dance. It gets more defenses too. They look completely different. Don't you mean nothing about them look similar? I'm sorry. I probably missed it. But I think they're still fun. I like Latios and Latias, so it's hard to like dislike them completely. Yeah, what do we got? 90 defense, 130. Quite a bit of bulk. Again, they gave it attack it's like, I don't know why you give this guy attack. But, I mean, they had decent attack in the first place. Almost as much attack as like Whimsicott, who attacks. And then this guy gets 40 attack. That seems like a little bit of a waste, but that's fine. And then it gets 30 special attack. And then a little bit of bulk. But yeah, why if they gave them some speed, they probably would have gone to Ubers, but I don't know, that would maybe made me think they're a little cooler. Then they keep their abilities. There's something about them with not being able to use an item that I remember like thinking like, oh, that kind of sucks. Compared to just running normal Latios and Latias. Maybe it's just that normal Latios and Latias and then like having to justify using your Mega on them didn't seem as like, oh, I could use it on somebody else, but I'd use it on them. I don't know. Not giving them speed was not nice. Yeah. Especially giving Latios the attack. Latios getting 30 attack? I don't know. Maybe it's the physical sets were more popular than I remember, but I don't think they were. Also, this has been taking a long time. My bad. All right, Mega Lopunny, ORAS. Lopunny is horrible, and Mega Lopunny is broken, which is awesome. It has Scrappy, which I don't know. I don't think it was the first Pokemon. Yeah, Pangoro has Scrappy, and that was Gen 6. But Lopunny becoming a fighting type and getting Scrappy, normal fighting with Fake Out, Quick Attack, Power Up Punch, which is gone, High Jump Kick. I think it always had close combat, but maybe it didn't. Return is gone now, which is sad. So I don't know what its normal move would be now, but it's awesome. And it's looking at its stats now. It must have gotten quite a bit of defenses. Its HP is 65, which isn't great. No, it actually has decent defenses. That was his thing, right? Yeah, 84 and 96 special defense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect that looking at Lopunny. And then it's got the unfortunate 65 HP. But then getting, what is that? 60 attack? And its speed was already decent. So it's kind of like, yeah, it can do those klutz switcheroo sets and be kind of annoying with utility. Yeah, the shiny is nice. The pink is nice. Where's the, I wanted to look at shiny Latios and Latias. Are you serious? Why? All right. Well, Lopunny's awesome. It's really fun to use. It's really fun that it's like a lower tiered guy that gets a lot or has a lot going for it. Normal Lopunny, is it only have Klutz? And Limber and Cute Charm. Yeah. So, and the design is pretty sick too. Going from, I don't know, bunny to, bunny with different colors and different hairstyle. It's kind of like Blaziken, Mega Blaziken a little bit. Mega Lopunny's awesome. All right, then we got Lucario. I think Lucario is definitely S. I remember it was banned. I don't know if it was banned like really quickly, but it already has like 115 attack and special attack or something similar to that. And its speed is kind of what holds it back. And then when it megas, it gets 115 speed and like 140 attacking stats or something. Excuse me. I don't know if it gains bulk, but it gets adaptability and fighting steel is just a pretty good offensive typing or decent. Fighting stab is better, but like steel typing's nice defensively. You get bullet punch, vacuum wave, close combat. Also, what did Mega Audino do to you? I didn't do a whole lot. That's why it's in B. I don't hate it though. I don't love it. I wish that maybe, I don't know, not playing doubles, so its ability has 0 use in singles once you Mega Evolve. But you could use, there was a lot of things you could still do with it. You could use it as a pivot before you Mega with Regenerator, and then you Mega Evolve when you're going to try and set up and sweep. But I can't remember for sure what else you would do with it. But Mega Lucario is sick. The design of it looks a lot more like, let's look at its sprites side by side. What do we got? Yeah, 145 attack, 140 special attack. All of the Gen 5 Pokemon, to get Mega. Yeah. Because I want to do a poll, and I was thinking I might do a couple polls about what guys we want to have Megas, but I want to have, like, there's a bunch of Gen 5 guys that would be really cool to get Megas. And look, when I was trying to brainstorm like the whole, you know, who should get megas or why didn't certain guys get megas, like I get now in hindsight why like earlier like Gen 1 guys got a lot of megas and stuff when X and Y came out. Or I get kind of what they're doing with it, and how maybe this time around, you know, they could give the Gen 5 guys and Gen 6 guys more megas. Probably not as much, not as many like 9, 8, and 7. I would think we'd get a lot more 5 and 6. Actually, I don't know if, oh yeah, that was the other thing. If the megas are only tied to ZA, Legends Arceus only had guys from games that were past Gen 4 if they included like a new regional form for them or something. So maybe they'll only include guys past Gen 6 if they get a mega. I don't know. Could have given Hydreigon another head. I almost have to wonder if the only Gen 5 Pokemon to get a mega being the one that people know for being free XP is a jab at Gen 5 not selling well. Charizard getting mega. Dude, if they make a cool Charizard, I mean, who wouldn't love that a little bit? Even just like, you can't not like it a little bit, even though Charizard has everything. Like Mega Charizard Y and X were so cool. If they make a Z, I'm sure we would like it, but I don't know if they would. But all right, side by side. Yeah, Lucario turning into this guy. He looks awesome. He looks like it just went through like his crazy transformation, looks powerful. I didn't realize the colors are so dark like that. But the red on it, does it have red on its back ever? I don't know, the red looks really cool with it. And then his hair got bigger, got a new hair look. Similar to like Blaziken and Lopunny. And then side by side our stats. We got a little bit of defenses, a little bit of defense. And then we got quite a bit of speed. And then quite a bit of special attack and attack. Oh yeah, and usually it's got more special attack, which is cool because like, I think, you know, you'd go extreme speed a lot in close combat. It's such a good stab move. You don't have a special stab move that has that much power without missing. My uncle's friends with John Game Freak. He said that ZA will have a Mega Dunsparce that gets 2 more segments. Psh, give it like Arceus stats at that point. I don't even know what else you could do to, because the Dunsparce, I mean, it's got bulk. It actually, does it have more HP than Arceus right now? It's got like 130 HP, doesn't it? That'd be hilarious. I think this is taking too long because I'm too excited. Mega Manectric is S. I love Manectric. I like that Mega Manectric got Intimidate. I think that's cool. Like, it gives it some utility. And actually, similarly to, I don't know if there's any Pokemon that's like Mega Manectric in terms of its ability, like being able to use it for its electric immunity, and then not terrasolizing, Mega Evolving at the right time to then be able to make use of Intimidate. It's not like a super big deal probably most of the time, but I think it's really fun and cool that it can use both of its abilities depending on like the matchups and stuff. And then it gives it a lot of speed, a lot of special attack. I don't think it really gets, it probably does get attack, but some decent bulk, but it can also OHKO every Pokemon ever. Let's see, 80 defenses. It must have gotten some defenses, but the 70 attack seems normal. But Mega Manectric, I like its design a lot. It's literally just like this massive lightning bolt, and it goes from this guy to this. That's awesome. I don't know. And it's an underused guy that gets a lot more potential that way. Yeah, 60 defenses usually, so going from 60 to 80 is nice. 70 attack. We weren't running attack on this anyways, so I'm glad we didn't waste it. And then it gets 30, just a clean 30 special attack and speed. That's awesome. Mega Manectric's really fun. I think when it comes back, or if it comes back or whatever, we have only Flamethrower and the electric move. We have no hidden power anymore, so, you know, we're not gonna have that. Maybe they'll give us some other broken mechanic that you can use to get coverage, but because I don't think, I mean, they did show in Champions a Mega Charizard versus a Terra Dondozo, but we didn't see a Mega Guy Terra to be able to use Terra Blast. So I don't know if Mega Manectric would ever be able to do that and actually have coverage with hidden power being out of the game. So we'd be stuck with the electric move and the fire move. and I don't know what else it could get. Toxic is gone also. Overheat, that's cool. Yeah, this guy's usually switching out, at least I remember, I think, Volt switching with it. I think you would run Overheat as your fire move. I guess Ice Fang, but like, maybe we should have gotten attack then, I don't know. 75 attack Ice Fang doesn't seem very good. But Mega Manectrics is really fun, cool, gives a lot more potential. And I don't think anybody got more from Mega Evolving than Mawile. Mawile, going from Gen 5 to Gen 6, did he get the Mega right away? He did, right? Yeah, going from Gen 5 to Gen 6, Mawile became a Fairy type and could Mega Evolve and got huge power. Like, this guy got everything and went from Mawile, who, I mean, like, being able to use stealth, like, in the lower tiers, after becoming a Fairy type, I think it got a lot more value anyways, be able to do Intimidate, be a Fairy Steel type, and be able to get rocks up and stuff. Like, it had a lot of utility just because of that Fairy typing, I think, not being Mono Steel and stuff. But Mega Mawile is absurd. It has Sucker Punch, it had Play Rough, it had Iron Head. I don't think it would really run that, but then it has the Fangs. Huge Power gives, coming off its 105 attack, that's, it literally, Huge Power is like Pure Power, right? So it's stronger than Mega Medicham, which would make it the strongest, like, Huge Power, Pure Power, or whatever guy, right? He's cool. I don't know if design-wise, like, it looks a whole lot different, but there's something about him that makes me like him more. Oh, it's the pink. The pink does a lot. I like the colors of it. And then does it have 2 heads versus the 1? He's still looking back at us like, yeah, I got this thing on my head. I don't know what it is. And what other stats do we get? Just bulk, 0 speed, 0 special attack, thank you. We do have the abysmal HP stat, but Intimidate's a nice ability before you Mega Evolve, and then you get Huge Power. It's cool. And having the Fairy typing, like, yeah, Mega Mawile is awesome. So I definitely would say he's S. And then Mega Medicham is definitely S too. I don't think it's the coolest looking Mega. I don't dislike how it looks. Similarly, it kind of reminds me of Alakazam, where it's like they just gave him more of what it already had. Except I think this guy, I don't think he had bandages and hands floating behind him like that. But getting Pure Power or Huge Power, or keeping Pure Power, Huge Power, it's kind of like Blaziken. But then getting that base 100 speed, is that right? Is it at base 100? Yeah, base 100 speed. It has, I think, usually 60 defenses, so now we have 85, which is significant. And then I think, did it gain special attack? Did they waste stats on that? Because we don't run special moves on a Pure Power Pokemon. Is Pure Power only physical? Yeah. You better not have given this guy special attack. 80. You gave him special attack. All right, so I guess they wasted 20 attack on its special, 20 stats on its special attack. And then it got 20 defense, or 10 to each of its defenses. If they gave that 20 to its defenses, that would have been crazy. I don't know if this guy had access to Drain Punch when it was out. No, it did. Did it have access? It has always had access to Bulk Up, right? I don't know, Bulk Up, Drain Punch, if it had more defenses, sounds crazy, but Mega Medicham's really cool. It didn't have these bandages before Mega Evolving. No. I don't know, maybe it's just like the psychic, floaty kind of thing. It reminds me of Alakazam, but I still like its design, but it being just more underused, I think it's cooler, and turns it into like a crazy threat. My lady texted me. Dude, I gotta speed up. We've been doing this for like an hour and a half. I'm not really good at explaining my thoughts, so I'm probably just repeating things over and over again, and it might be annoying. Sorry. All right, I'm also sweaty. All right, Mega Metagross. I think he's S. Metagross is like one of the coolest pseudo legendaries. Steel Psychic, not a dragon like pretty much almost all the other ones. I could be forgetting, but really unique in that way. Metagross, I think, was always been one of my favorite like pseudo legendaries. I don't know if I even thought about it as that back then, but Steel Psychic type that goes from just this slow kind of tanky attacker to this guy who has 110 speed, goes from 70 to 110, I believe. So we're now as fast as Latios and Latias, who can also Mega Evolve and get 0 speed. Our arms become like, I don't know, we also have these arms behind us. I don't really know what they're doing, but now we got these arms that are like on the offensive. We're not like a slow moving turtle, we're like levitating, but we're not levitating because we have Tough Claws that boosts all of our attacks. And now we get Knockoff, which we didn't have before, and Heavy Slam. I don't know if that's Tough Claws boosted, but I think Knockoff probably is. And I think we get some, unfortunately we get the 90, I mean, special attack's not, you could do some, there could be some value from that, but we get a crazy, I mean, being a pseudo legendary, we already had 600 stats, so we already had quite a bit of bulk and everything. HP is not great, but it's not bad. But now we have 700 base stats, so we can just throw them everywhere. We didn't get as much in attack as it probably could have, but we got quite a bit of bulk. 20 special defense, 10 defense, no, 20 to both defenses, and then the 40 speed. Mega Metagross is super fun. I like that they made him like so different from the original one. And now seeing Metagross in Gen 9, like it's in UU and is pretty, it's way more used than it was, I think, in previous gens. I think it might have been RU before, and it wasn't bad, but like, I don't know. Knockoff, Stealth Rocks. Was there something else that it got? It already had Rocks, but Knockoff, is it just Knockoff and Heavy Slam? Metagross is just a really cool Pokemon. I like what they did with the Mega. All right, then we got Mewtwo, Y, and X. I think this guy's definitely S for me. I like the Psychic Fighting a lot. I like Gallade, as I've said. I don't think he was as popular as Mega Y. I would think I would still put Y in S. I don't know what about it. Y is similar to Alakazam in that maybe I would put this guy in A, where they just kind of gave him more of what it already had, and it's crazy scary and stuff. It just loses the ability to have an item. I don't remember what its ability is, but X to me, you can do a whole lot, or it's just different from the normal Alakazam. It's more of a well, it can be more of a physical attacker. I think it can do mixed stats still, but the fighting type is super fun. I always wanted to run like bulky setup sets with it, but I don't think I really got it to work. 190 attack is disgusting. Steadfast is not great, and Insomnia is not great either. Mewtwo usually I think at like 130 on a bunch of stuff. On its offensive stats, let's see. Yeah, look at this guy. He looks like an evil lord or something. He kind of looks like wrinkly. He looks like he's in a chair. And this guy is like just the brain. They just took the brain and shrunk his body, and like, I don't know what happens. Yeah, 130 speed. Oh, it's 130 speed, 110 attack, 90 defenses. And then we got 100 defenses, 106 HP. That's crazy. And then we get the 190 attack. I don't know. I just think that's really cool. And then Y, it gets... oh, okay. Similarly with his special attack. And then they both get the other attack boost as well. And then Y gets the 140 speed, which I remember thinking at the time, like, that's kind of disappointing that X didn't get the speed. But this guy does have worse physical defense, significantly worse, and it's weak to Sucker Punch. So, I don't know. I think I'd put X in S though, and I think I'd put A or Y in A. I'm probably biased, just got like the fighting typing with the psychic and physical attackers, and them being able to do something different than that they could do to begin with. But I don't think I dislike either of them. Their designs are kind of cool, but X to me would be S. Then we got Pidgeot. What? Sorry, my tab's flashing. All right. I think Pidgeot is definitely S. Pidgeot sucks. It pretty much couldn't do anything. It's like not like Altaria in that Altaria is a dragon flying type that could do roost. It has decent defenses. It has a decent ability with natural cure. It could will-o-wisp, roost, defog. Pidgeot probably could roost and defog, but like its ability I don't think would do anything. All of the bird Pokemon's abilities are pretty bad. And stats are probably not great. I think it could maybe do like, you know, throw off some Brave Birds. Brave Bird's a strong move. But before Mega Evolving, Pidgeot really didn't have much going for it. And it gets Snow Guard, and it's a flying type. So you could, you know, like it can do Hurricanes, which is crazy. And Heat Wave, which quite a few other guys get too. But yeah, we had Big Pecs, Tangled Feet, and Keen Eye. And now we become this totally hot dog looking bird, and our hair gets bigger, and the bird gets a little bigger in the chest area. I don't know. But we get a lot more speed. We become a special attacker, and I think a little bit of bulk. Mega Pidgeot's awesome. I think, and of the early game, like birds you can get in all the games, I think Pidgeot's got to be like my favorite. Just, I mean, it's the anime, Ash had it, and unfortunately let it go or whatever, but Pidgeot's sick. Whoa, its Mega looks really cool. Is that how the Mega looks? The Megas of both the Pidgeots looked really cool. Definitely S. Then we got Pinsir. I think Pinsir's S. What do we got? Aerialate, Bug Flying type. We get the over base 100 speed. I think we get quite a good amount of bulk. Maybe Pinsir is just bulkier than it looks, but I never thought of this guy as a bulky guy. All the Megas get kind of insanely bulky though. What do our defenses look like for Pinsir? 120 defense and 90 special defense? Oh, our HP sucks. But 120 defense is crazy. And then we got 105 speed. So same speed tier as Scyther, I think. And then 155 special attack with Aerialate. Unfortunately, Return's not going to be in the game if we get this guy again. Or maybe they'll bring it back, I don't know. So we'll be having to use like Body Slam. But you'd also have Quick Attack, so you'd have a priority flying move. I don't think Aerialate was ever nerfed. But maybe it was, because it wasn't Pixelate nerfed. But yeah, and we get wings, which I don't know if we ever saw this guy fly in the anime, but this thing looks like crazy coming from this thing. Mega Pinsir is awesome, and I think it's one of the coolest Megas. I always also like the bird spam thing, which I don't know how popular it really was at the time, but pairing Pinsir with like Talonflame or Staraptor and just using a bunch of scary flying types. A 155 attack is insane. And how much special defense do we gain? Wow, it already has 100 defense. Yeah, so it already is kind of bulky. Similarly to Heracross, right? Heracross has like good SpDef. So Mega Pinsir is cool. Then we got Rayquaza. I think I know Mega Groudon and Kyogre, or Primal Kyogre and Groudon are Megas, but I think I would put them at S if they were on here. But Mega Rayquaza is definitely S. This thing is insane. It doesn't need to hold an item to Mega Evolve, so it can Mega Evolve and hold an item. So it's extremely powerful. All the type changing abilities were nerfed. Oh, they all were? Dang. I didn't know that. Or maybe I did and forgot. But yeah, but Mega Rayquaza is definitely S. I mean, at the time, it was like crazy strong. And then I know, you know, when Zacian came around, everybody was like, oh, it's the new Mega Rayquaza. Or I thought people were like that. I can't remember. But Mega Rayquaza is insane. It already had like crazy attacking stats. And actually, it had like kind of weird speed, right? And then Mega Rayquaza actually gets speed, right? Mega Rayquaza, yeah, 115. Similarly to like Lucario and Gallade. We had 90 speed, and then we Mega Evolve, and then we're over that 110, over 100. We get some bulk, and then we have 180, excuse me, attacking stats. 105 HP is nice with the 100 defenses. I don't know, you don't really get much out of your ability, do you? Does it turn off Kyogre and Groudon? Is that like the main thing? Create strong winds and weakens moves used on flying Pokemon? That would be super effective. I don't know if I ever knew that. But either way, this thing's absurd and extremely strong. Yeah. I gotta pee. And this is getting really long, and my lady's probably almost home. I am sweating. And I think I need to be way more brief and probably just finish this up. So I was thinking about just finishing this on Wednesday, but I think we should just finish it up. So yeah, Pinsir, you know, being able to rise up in viability or whatever with all the stats. Rayquaza, I feel like compared to Mewtwo Y and Alakazam, the way that they made Rayquaza more broken, I don't know, the way they did it and its design, I'm a fan of a lot more than like Mewtwo and Alakazam. I did that the wrong way, but you know what I'm saying. The design of it looks crazy too. Did I unlock the door? I unlocked it. All right. Let's go through this kind of quick. So, because I'm just repeating stuff I've said already. Sableye, 100% S. Salamence, Magikarp, Prankster, all the stats. Sableye is so annoying and can do a lot of similar things to normal Sableye. Sableye is awesome. And then Aerialate, Salamence, Pseudo Legendary, way too many stats. Dragon Dance, Aerialate, Return's gone, so we'll see what happens. But I don't love its design though. We just look like a disc, man. We look like a frisbee. We look like Roaring Moon. But this was before Roaring Moon. But technically after Roaring Moon. Since it's an ancient Pokemon. I don't know. I really like it though. It just looks a little bit like a frisbee. I think it's still S though. It's hard to... I like Salamence quite a lot. I don't know if it gets the special attack. I know Sableye, it's just like defenses. It might even lose speed and lose some of its attacking stats to get like the broken, crazy defenses it has. This guy probably gets special attack. It's a pseudo legendary with 600 stats, usually 700 after it Mega Evolves. So they probably give him like crazy stats everywhere. Sceptile is my favorite starter. Mega Salamence walks, so Roaring Moon could run a marathon. Sceptile is my favorite starter. Or Trico is my favorite starter. Sceptile's Mega is very disappointing. It has a Lightning Rod as a Grass Dragon type. It 4 times resists Electric, so unless you're in a double battle or you switch into an Electric move, nobody's ever using an Electric move on you. I guess it makes sense because you're like a freaking tree. The design of it's awesome. I still love the little gold balls it's got. I love the red that they added to it. I think it already had a little bit of red. I like that it's like this just kind of bigger, more leaf bladey looking. Like the design of it I really like. And that it's a dragon, similarly to Ampharos. Like that's really cool. But, and it gets, you know, some more physical attack, the dragon typing, so it can do Dragon Dance sets and have Stab Dragon move. It already has like some pretty good physical moves. But again, in terms of its stat distribution, it gets way more special attack. It was already really fast, but I don't think it gets a special boosting move. So you're depending on Lightning Rod if you want a special. Maybe you get growth, but I don't know. A lot of grass types don't get growth. I put it in S, but because I like Sceptile so much, and I do the competitive stuff a little bit. Like I wish it got some other things, but it looks really cool and yeah. In a playthrough, I think Sceptile, I would choose it every time, still use it and stuff, but yeah. Scizor, I mean, it's basically a better Scizor, but I feel like, actually, I don't know, the design of it, I actually do, it's the black on it looks really cool compared to the normal Scizor. It does still have Technician, it does lose the ability to have an item, and unfortunately, it probably won't have Roost anymore. But look at us, we're like this robot looking thing, like Terminator looking thing. I don't know, we got these bigger claws, bigger mask, a bigger body. We have the black, which actually, we already did have a little bit of black down there. But our wings, everything like looks a little bit more mechanical kind of about it. Maybe not that much more, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I think the way, and then what do our stats look like? We get quite a bit of bulk. And Scizor, you can't really give it more bulk. Unfortunately, it really has no recovery if this thing were to return because it can't run leftovers with a mega item and it doesn't have Roost. So maybe they give it Roost again. I don't know. I remember thinking this guy was really awesome before, but not having Roost does make a big difference. I think I would still put it in S though. It gets the standard, you know, attack, defenses, and then actually gets a little bit of speed and special attack for some reason. But Mega Scizor's always been one of my favorite Pokemon. It's hard for me not to like Mega Scizor. Sharpedo, I think I would put him in S too. And similarly to Blaziken, but different. You know, it's usually a speed boosting Pokemon, but after Mega Evolving, it gets Strong Jaw, right? So it can get more power, and then you can still do the normal Protect thing to get the speed boost you need before Mega Evolving. And then you Mega Evolve and, you know, be able to throw off Crunches, and Psychic Fangs, Ice Fangs was your usual additional bite moves, I think, maybe. But I think for also similarly to Garchomp and the whole shark look, like they made Sharpedo kind of look crazy like Garchomp, but Garchomp doesn't look like a shark usually, like not like Sharpedo does. So making this guy look all rugged and like a pirate-y or like spiky and stuff. I don't know. I like the way that they did Sharpedo instead of Garchomp, or more than the way they did Garchomp. Pretty much same colors. I think probably a little bit more yellow, but it looks cool. It's still just ahead, but it's cool. Slowbro, I don't think I would put it in a B, but I don't love Mega Slowbro. Shell Armor, you know, Calm Mind, Recover. You can still run. I don't think Slowbro's lost anything, unlike other guys who's lost like Hidden Power and Roost and stuff. Slowbro can be as annoying as ever with like its you know, not being able to be crit and then Calm Mind and have absurd defenses. Like Slowbro's stats already are kind of perfect for it to do whatever it wants. It doesn't have teleport anymore, but you're probably not teleporting running this guy anyways. Or yeah, you would never probably teleport with this, because unlike Audino, you'd probably use it to pivot, but then you'd always set up with it with like Calm Mind or something. Maybe we would run teleport, but probably not. So it doesn't matter that teleport, that Slowbro doesn't have access to it anymore, but and that it doesn't have chilly reception. But I don't love its design. We're like just stuck in the shell. The shell has completely consumed our body. I don't know what this looks like in the actual game, if we're just like standing on our tail like this, looking all stupid. But I know Slowbro is just kind of a dopey looking Pokemon already. So I mean, I don't know what I would want it to look like, but I don't think it looks that great, right? Like maybe the shell could have gotten bigger. Maybe we could have gotten more shells. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we get Slowking Mega, that'd be cool. Mega Steelix is S. My lady likes Mega Steelix, just because we pulled one in a TCG pack when we started playing TCG. And its design looks really cool. It's like the crystal Onyx kind of looking thing from the anime. It's got these rocks floating around it. I think it gets Sheer Force, but I don't think it can make as well of use of it. Does it get Sheer Force? Now I'm like, it definitely doesn't, does it? What's its ability? Stand Force. Normal Steelix has Sheer Force, I think. But Steel Ground typing's pretty nice. I mean, it's Excadrill, but, you know, kind of the opposite of Excadrill. We have 0 speed, basically, and then, like, quite a bit of bulk, and actually decent attack. But its design is, I think, what I like the most about it. Steelix is a really cool Pokemon, and now we're like the Crystal Onyx combined with that. So I think I'd put it in S mostly because of its design, but you can do some things with it. Steel type. Oh, also, I think Sturdy before Mega Evolving. You can kind of like make use of your ability before Mega Evolving. What's up, Keka? I don't know. Steelix is not in Gen... It's not in Gen 9. So if it was in Gen 8, we would know for sure. I think it was, right? Yes, you can get it in Sword and Shield. Did it have Body Press? Yeah, so you could do Body Press. And it probably gets Iron Defense or Curse. Yeah, you could run Curse and Iron Defense with it. Steelix and Sword and Shield, yeah. But if you're running the Mega, you won't have Recovery outside of like Rest. If you're not running the Mega, you could do Leftovers, which still isn't great recovery, but Mega Steelix is cool. And it could do fun things like Iron Defense, Body Press, or Curse Body Press. I don't know what it would do last gen, but I do remember, I think I remember seeing like people use it with Curse, like probably like Earthquake and coverage moves. I don't know if the Steel move is usually not as good of coverage, but it can be like a threat offensively still. My bad, I clicked the wrong thing again. And then we got Swampert. I think Swampert's S. I mean, Swift Swim with the amount of stats it gets. I mean, it has. They must give it enough speed for it to become like crazy in the rain. I remember, I clicked the wrong button there. Yeah, 70 speed. That seems slow, but I mean that's Ludicolo speed tier, right? And I mean with 150 attack, I don't know if you have to run Adamant. Would you still run Adamant though? I don't know. Swift Swim Swampert though, with all of the stats that it has, I think is really cool. This muscle looking frog thing, I don't know, it's pretty cool looking. It's kind of like Heracross a little bit, but you know, with Swampert, it's like falling over because it can't hold its upper body up with his with its little legs. Yeah, pretty straightforward though what you could do with Swampert after it was able to Mega Evolve. All right, then Tyranitar. Tyranitar's legendary, pseudo legendary already. Like as a pseudo legendary, is one of the coolest, I think. Rock Dark, similarly to Metagross, has a really unique typing in terms of the pseudos and stuff. Of course, when we Mega Evolve, we just keep Sandstream, and then we get a bunch more stats, which, you know, losing out on Smooth Rock, losing out on Leftovers, losing out on maybe a choice item, I don't know. Probably not as much those. You know, you can't support your team as well, or you can't get recovery. But I think maybe more similarly to Charizard now, like it can support its team like off on the offensive side, like because it does have knockoff, and it can still do rocks and Stone Edge, and then a third move. Like Charizard doesn't have Roost anymore, so it kind of did lose something. So it doesn't have recovery like Tyranitar wouldn't. But obviously Tyranitar's slow. It takes all forms of entry hazard. It's not immune to spikes and T-spikes like Charizard, but it's a monster. It looks like kind of cursed looking. I want to see them side by side. It's like one of those two where it's like, how do you make Tyranitar look more powerful and cool? Like, I think they did a good job with it. Oh, and we did get some speed. Yeah, look at us. How do you make a Pokemon look like they can eat Tyranitar? Well, like Mega Tyranitar looks like that. He looks awesome. He's got the more red look to its chest and stuff. And the holes and everything is, they creep me out a little bit, but they're cool. Yeah, we gain 10 speed and then a bunch. Oh, it doesn't gain special attack? I'm a fan of that. And then we get a bunch of stats in the defenses. Yeah, and it's a pseudo legendary, so it just has a shit ton of stats. All right, then we got Mega Venusaur. Design wise, similarly to Blastoise, it's like you give him a bigger flower, you gave him a absurdly large cannon on his back. I think I've ranked almost as soon as I started putting him in S, I kind of continued. But I think all the guys that are in S, I would put them in S. I think I would. Yeah, I think all these I would put them in S. But yeah, Mega Venusaur, I really think it's cool that you have Chlorophyll before you Mega Evolve, and then you have Thick Fat after you Mega Evolve. You know, lose out on Leftovers recovery or maybe a Life Orb, but you have Thick Fat, and you're a Grass type, so you have Synthesis. I don't think you boost, but then if you're going to run this on as a Mega, you're running a bulkier set, so you're not investing into speed, you're investing into bulk, maybe special attack. You get quite a bit of special attack, I believe. Like, you can be pretty scary with this. Just like normal Venusaur, it's like surprisingly scary offensively, but with Thick Fat, this thing is like really annoying. Really good defensively. Grass Poison's like not a bad typing. Yeah, I don't think it wasn't ever the most popular, especially, you know, with Charizard and stuff around, but like it could like solo teams. I remember like Venusaur is like one of those Pokemon where it would be like really bulky and really annoying to deal with. But similarly to like, let's look at this sprite side by side. Like, how do you make this guy have a Mega that like looks cool? Well, we gave him a flower on his head, and we made his pineapple looking flower grow a little bit bigger, and it's got like little flowers and stuff. It's like a wiser, more rugged looking Venusaur, kind of, maybe older. And then in terms of stats, we got 80 speed. Okay, didn't lose speed. Gained 20 special attack, or special defense, 22 special attack, 40 defense, and then it gained attack, which actually in Venusaur's case is kind of nice because it doesn't have earth powered, or didn't have earth powered, right? But it had earthquake, which would be its only way to hit like Heatran or steel types. Being a grass poison type, earthquake, having a decent earthquake was pretty nice. So I think it gets earth power though now, doesn't it? I could be wrong about that. But that's the tier list. I would say it's S. I think I would put all these guys in S. If all of the Pokemon from like Gen 5 and whatever the gens, I think I would probably rank these similarly. I might have put Garchomp in S still, Mega Garchomp, but, and maybe I would have put Aggron in S too. Like I like all of the Megas. Honestly, like any Pokemon that gets a Mega, I'm gonna be excited about and be excited to use them. Audino's fun. I didn't play the lower tiers also as much when Audino was around. But yeah, hopefully we get some more cool ones. Probably whatever we get is going to feel unexpected, and we're all also going to be like, oh, I wish this guy got one. But I'm excited they're coming back, and hopefully we get to use them for a while, kind of like we did the first time around. Maybe they'll stick around forever, maybe not. But yeah, megas are super fun, and they're obviously like kind of broken, but I don't know, it feels to me the predictability of it is what feels more balanced to me about Megas. It's like I only got to worry about these, 50 or I don't know how many of them there are. I don't have to worry about every Pokemon terastallizing or using a Z move or whatever. Watch that. I know, dude, and if they introduce Zero, that'll be a little bit rough. But if they introduce any, that would be enough probably. Just like one. They wouldn't do just one though. They'd probably do like a couple. But thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry I was like way too long and not good at explaining things. But yeah, we'll keep going with Snakewood on Wednesday. And yeah, I wanted to do the Mega tier list though, just because they'll make Mega again. The Mega of exactly. Dude, I want to see Yanmega get a Mega, or Flygon get a Mega. Flygon, please. I mean, some more starters getting Megas sounds cool, but like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't give guys Megas too. So part of me is like, I don't want to have that many expectations, but it's hard not to be like super pumped about it if you were around and liked Megas the first time around. So, but thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and be back on Wednesday. Peace.